Hello, everyone! Welcome back! Oh, it's been so long. I mean, it's not been all that together long. Hi, anyway. Welcome back to Misty Mountain Streaming by Misty Mountain Gaming. I'm the D&D-Wannabe. My name is Rob. And look at all these wonderful people over here. All these beautiful folks. Welcome back to Search for the Spellforge, our live Dungeons & Dragons show. Please, as usual, let us know how we are looking and sounding. I will have announcements for us in just a moment, but let's get introductions from people for starters. I think the past couple of weeks I've gone Katya before Rose, so we're going to start with Rose this time and push you to the front of the queue. Oh no, we can't hear her.
We can't hear you!
The audio.
I'm so sad.
We can hear you now.
My name is Rose. Thank you, Rob, for telling me. Thank you, everybody else, for telling me that my audio's off. I am a person. Sorry, that audio cut out really threw me off.
Yeah.
I know. At least I'm telling the truth.
Yes.
Because leading with the truth is incredibly important.
Establish commonality with the audience. We're all people here.
Exactly.
Also, hey, referencing the episode that's not out yet, I see you.
It comes out tomorrow.
Yep.
Anyway, so what was that Katya just mentioned? Oh no, I'm part of a TTRPG actual play podcast. So our current D&D show is releasing tomorrow. It's episode 3 going up, so check it out. They're called D20 Tales. You can find us on YouTube. Check it out. It's super fun, super cool. Our new campaign is Plane Striders. Our little tagline is, if you cross Robin Hood with something, I think Firefly, then you get that.
With Firefly and Treasure Planet.
Oh.
Exactly. Robin Hood, Firefly, and Treasure Planet.
I like 2 of those things.
Beautiful little baby, and that's Plane Striders.
Now, is it
so
Robin
check it
Hood
out.
Men in Tights? Or a different Robin Hood?
A little bit, sometimes. Sometimes it's that. Yes.
It depends on the vibes and the energy in the studio. So both Katya and I are on D20 Tales, so go check it out. You guys are all great. I love you. Mwah.
All right.
Pass the torch.
And the aforementioned Katya.
I catch the torch. Oh my god, the torch is so big, but I got it. My name is Katya Saturday. I am also a member of the wonderful, the only D20 Tales. And I am very happy to be here. And Rose, thank you so much for the most perfect introduction.
Aww.
You're very welcome.
Katya is just such a source of positivity, y'all.
Katya is so lovely.
I toss the torch. Who do I toss the torch to?
Whoever.
Hey, Sam. Catch.
All right.
Okay, I think I got it. So, as she said, I am Sam, and that's really about it. I'm here to play games and have fun with my friends, and I'm going to slide it over to Levi.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, my name is Levi, not Leviosa, just to be clear.
Nice.
I'm a voice actor extraordinaire, D&D enthusiast, all-around fun-time guy. Love conventions, long walks on the beaches, and hiking. Good times. Call this number now. Singles are waiting in your area.
Where?
Singles or just singles?
That's true.
No, specifically just singles.
Just singles, not hot singles, just generally.
Just singles.
Listen, lower your standards, okay? Do you want to get married or not?
No.
I'm going to say that I feel called out.
Oh,
This
no.
became a brutal, dance real quick.
Thank you all. I'm the D&D-Wannabe. My name is Rob. I'm the face that is often on this channel and the only person here employed by Misty Mountain Gaming, the people making all of this possible. I have a nice computer and organized streams, and that is the extent of my usefulness. But sometimes I do help us tell and experience great stories here on the channel, and our favorite way to do that is by playing tabletop role-playing games like a Dungeons & Dragons. And that's what we're here to do tonight.
I love the sometimes in that.
Yes, it's very intentionally placed. Before we go any further, thank you to Davelicious. I'm assuming it's Davelicious and not Davalicious. Either way, I'm happy with it. Metal and Silks, Hell is for Hero, Paladin Society, and Skadoosh Pally. for following and joining our party. Also to Tucker Moon Weasels for another gifted community sub this month. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you all for supporting this channel in your various ways, and just for being here and giving us the view. And hello to Sarah in the chat. I see you there. What's going on, girl? Does anyone... We heard a little bit about D20 Tales. Is there anything announcement-wise from the Peanut Gallery that needs to happen? I see a rocking cat.
I have a kitty.
Meow, meow, baby.
Was that? Oh,
Yeah.
Little-
I think that beats the put your hand on my longsword by a wide margin. So.
Little vanilla cat. Announcement-wise for the channel, there will not be a Two Nerds Play episode tomorrow night. I will be in Kansas, and therefore... pardon me. And therefore, not in front of a computer, able to play games with our community moderator, Eric. So, no stream then. Next stream will be Tuesday, where we will return to the Mythic Odysseys of Theros game with DM Dan. And then roll... Go ahead, what? Oh, yeah, he put a very disturbing image of some Eldritch Horror reindeer corpse abomination in our Discord.
It's so terrifying and spooky!
Yeah!
I missed that.
Thanks, I hate it.
In the Misty Mountain Gaming, community server, it's horrifying.
I usually
Absolutely
looked at it, but
horrifying.
maybe my brain just blocked it out. Anyway.
Sorry, I'll let you go back.
It is awesome, but disturbing enough that I was like, I may need to make a channel just for stuff like this, so that not everyone sees that just coming to the general discussion. Otherwise, announcement-wise on the channel, last weekend we did our Christmas Carol reading, 3.5 hours of Charles Dickens. I am getting that echo, by the way, Katya. It was...
Oh, shit.
It was long. I had to take breaks. I had to pace myself, because when I'm the only one talking, my voice cannot carry for as long as it can when I'm sharing screen time with all of you, as it happens.
I wouldn't be able to expect that, actually.
Yeah.
I watched a bit of it. I cried. It was beautiful.
You cried?
The Tiny Tim part gets to me, you know.
Yeah, it, little bits of it kind of got to me, too. It's been so long since I've heard the actual story and not some retelling of it.
Yeah.
That's better, Katya. Thank you.
Of course, anytime.
Other two things to announce. One, we have brought the clip contest back. The winner from last week was from this stream when Rose glitched out and looked
that
very
was unfortunate.
demon possessed. It was unfortunate, but it was hilarious. I enjoyed it very much. And it was.
I lived for the hilarity.
It was fixed quickly enough that it was nothing but enjoyment. Also, it appears we are quite close down at the bottom of the screen. I made some homebrew once upon a time for a fighter subclass that I am prepared to share with our community and open myself up to the ridicule of other creators out there.
One brave man.
Yeah, if we hit 40 subs during the month of January, which we are quite close to, as you will see below the scroll below me, I will post that in the Discord for anybody to use in your games, to play, to make an NPC, to give your players access to, and hopefully y'all will like it. It's based on the Shield Maiden, and using a shield offensively, because I feel like there's not enough options for that in 5e. That is all the announcements I've got. So, should maybe we play some D&D, y'all?
Let's do
time.
this.
Let's play the game.
Let's Dungeon These Dragons, baby.
All
We
right.
did what we could.
So, 9 minutes. That's not bad for us.
No,
Oh,
you
that's
did pretty well.
That's a cool that's a cool Rose mug. That's a cool
Thank
mug,
you.
Rose.
It's got a
It's a cool rose mug.
dragon on it.
I got this one for Christmas, made by my sister-in-law. They call me Uncle because partner in crime makes me sound like a bad influence.
I like that.
Fantastic.
Fair enough.
Nope, we're just done with that. It's not going to work today.
Okay, just put it underneath you and like underlight yourself and make you look all creepy. There you go. That's it. That's the face.
The demon begins.
Told you today was going to be the dark episodes.
That's
You're
the
right.
one.
Today,
That
we
explains the
summoned-
shirt.
Got some tape.
You
So,
need to put on like an evil vest.
I got that.
Someone, don't tempt me.
last
The
time.
The only
Sorry.
evil things I have around me is this throwing knife. So
That can
I'm
be
just gonna
used
hold
for
it.
good.
Why are you doing this?
if you hit the target,
Oh, the
Ah.
chaos vibe.
I'm gonna buy him some time here.
Oh,
Last
I
time
wish I could clip this.
on you can. Last time
What about positive
on
vibes?
Search for the Spellforge, you guys all had successfully infiltrated the Redbrand hideout beneath Tresindar Manor. You had passed yourself off as Redbrands wearing their disguises, but were found out by the tiefling Lieutenant Plunder, who ran off to warn her superior, and then they both escaped your clutches. However, you did manage to solve the Redbrand threat in the town of Phandalin. You chased off the Nothic that was eating people down in the crevasse inside of the hideout, and managed to free the late Theldendrar's family before any of this was done. Leaving and noticing the beginnings of the effects of your charitable work as the town starts to look a little bit more alive, you stopped by and saw Miss Halia Thornton, pardon me, at the Phandalin Miners Exchange. Long having appeared to be more than she appears,
She's a transformer.
she directed you to seek out the rescued family, potentially in hopes of finding something out about the surrounding area, and perhaps finally finding a lead on your missing friend, Gundren. And that is basically where we left off. You guys are running towards the Stonehill Inn with the intent of questioning the freed family. And that is
Yes.
where we will pick up. You guys...
We are questioning very nicely, not interrogating.
Yeah.
oh, not into Nia like slowly puts away the cannon. Okay, yeah.
Rose, what did you just clip?
Nothing?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
She
no.
did. The name is perfect. The collapse.
His title. Yeah, I noticed that. For this thing.
So, you all kind of charge through the door, and you Scooby-Doo for a moment, and I'll try to go through it once and get a little bit squished. And then Nia, of course, flies in over all of your heads as you sort that out. Inside, the tavern room of the inn is fairly dark. The curtains are drawn to create a little bit more of a private atmosphere. Almost no one is in the bar room. Toblin is at the counter and is pouring shots of something into little shot glasses and lining them up in front of the young boy that you saw down in the Tresindar's holding area. Mom and sister are nowhere to be seen, and he picks up one of the shot glasses, knocks it back, slaps it down onto the countertop, and with a hiccup says, "Keep 'em coming." and then they both turn and look at all of you entering the room.
Well, I do hope that's just apple juice. Is there apple juice? There, little friend.
Please let it be just apple juice.
He reaches over and kind of misses one of the glasses,
Oh no!
adjusts,
I
grabs
walked
another
over.
one, slides itself to him, and he looks up at you and says, "Cow's milk," wiping a milk mustache off of his upper lip. Why?
Fresh from
It is
the-
much
You,
better than the alternative.
If you're drinking, I'm buying.
Really.
He
I'm
slides
actually
a shot
lactose
of
intolerant.
cow's milk towards you. He says, "Not today, you're not."
I kind of look at it, the others and go, well, as a gesture of friendship then, and I kind of like
Yeah, cheers.
cheers and take a shot of milk, hoping that doesn't come to bite me in the butt later.
Woo.
Darn lactose.
Hey, the strong bones for a strong paladin.
Toplin just looks over the kid's head at all of you, just like,
Hey, you remember us, right? We helped you guys escape from the hideout.
yeah, you guys were awesome. Thank you. Seriously, thank you for that. I was fine. I kept my spirits up, but Mom and my sis were pretty behind the ball there, and I didn't know what we were gonna do. I've had become the man of the family since Dad died. So yeah, they depend on me, but I was in a tough spot there. I really appreciate all of you.
You've been doing a good job, buddy. And I kind of like put a hand on his shoulder. Your family needs someone that was going to stay strong and make sure that everybody stays together. Okay? And I pinch his cheek a little bit.
He nods and wipes the milk mustache away from the last shot and says,
Could I talk to your mother?
"Oh, they're upstairs sleeping. They've had a rough time of things. They got some food in them and they went on up to bed. But hey, I'll help you if I can."
I feel like this is a conversation for your mother. I feel like she would know a bit more than you would about this specific thing. But I really appreciate it. You're welcome to come with us. If you could wake him up, that'd be great.
Well, I mean, they've been through a lot. Are you sure? What is it you need? You could at least try me.
Well, we were gonna go and try and what's your name? Sorry.
He starts fumbling around for his next shot of milk. It's
Stop it.
Nars.
Nars.
Yeah.
You have a really important job, and that's to keep your family safe and together.
Oh yeah.
We are trying to help you guys by we're gonna go find the people that hurt your father.
Oh, good.
So,
Yeah, hurt him back.
We will. And I kind of gesture to the big ass sword on my back and the three other very heavily armed adventurers around me.
Nia lifts her cannon. Don't worry, I got a new one to test out.
I like how the boys just simultaneously posed. He looks genuine, like unironically impressed with the posturing.
Clip that shit.
So we were wondering. I know that your father had some information, and we were just wondering if he maybe told any either you or your mother about something interesting. But I don't want to get you guys in trouble or in danger. So.
Oh, look, you got us out of danger. There's not a danger level that we can ascend to from where we were. So, like, it's okay. If we can help you, that's what we want to do. What did Dad know?
Well, your father knew something about your father was an explorer and he traveled out a lot around the village.
Sure.
Yeah, he found a place that seemed pretty important, but we don't know where it is. Do you know if there's any location of something or a place that's really dangerous, anything like that? Maybe he's told you not to go someplace?
Well, I mean, most places without him, he would take me out into the woods now and again, looking for trees and different stuff. There's some places that he didn't want to go, and he knew not to go to those places because old Radoth told him.
Old Radoth?
Yeah, Radoth. Hang on.
You got tough and dying.
Right.
I'll tell you when I've had enough.
He's waving to Toblin like, keep him coming, keep him coming. Radoth, he's the old man in the woods. He's like really old. But because he's so old, like he knows everywhere around here. Like he's had time to go to everywhere, and he's Dad called him something. I don't know. He's like a mystic or something. Like he knows magic and
Like a wizard?
Or a druid.
An
Say like a
oracle?
druid or
his
something?
beard. A druid sounds right.
Oh, okay.
But he has he does have a wizard beard, so maybe he's a wizard druid.
Right.
Maybe both.
Maybe both. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Do you know where we could find Rhaegoth?
So he always just has a habit of turning up. Like he acts like nothing goes on in the woods without him knowing. And you'll know him if you see him. Have you seen a guy like he's not a lot bigger than me, but he's got a really, really long beard, like twiggy arms, and he's missing an eye. He's pretty unmistakable.
Is that Gundren?
I don't feel like it. I don't think we've seen anybody like that, no. Do you know where I might be able to find him, or if he lives somewhere, or if we can, just go into the woods and start shouting Rhaegoth or something?
It's Ray Doth. So
Ray Doth,
like
sorry.
da like dog. No, I mean, so I was told by Dad when we were going out into the woods that if I ever wanted to find Rhaedoth, you need to go to wherever the woods are the quietest.
I love that.
And if you
Sounds a bit unnatural.
and if you show him some mistletoe, then he'll be okay with you. I know our family used to be from Thunder Tree, and that's like way up north a little ways between here and Never. Have you guys ever heard of Neverwinter?
Yeah, I think some of us are from Neverwinter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I know about it.
So, like, east of Neverwinter, there's this place, Thunder Tree, and we used to be there, and he used to be there, and then we moved, and then I don't know if he followed us, but he's still here, he's still around, so maybe he's around.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, and, Mom said something, too, before... I'm sorry, the milk's playing with my head. Right. If you ever want to like go to Thunder Tree, here, and he like scrambles for a bar napkin and starts drawing a little crude map on this napkin. It says, "We used to live in this spot before Mount Hadi now erupted. I think it's called Hadi now. And then we had some savings under the floorboards, but the place kind of got dangerous, and we didn't really have the ability to retrieve it. But I mean, if you're ever up there, Mom said that would maybe be a good reward for y'all. And we're sorry we can't just like hand it to you, but it's a ways off, but it's yours, and nobody knows about it."
I appreciate that. Scruff his head.
Thanks. Hey, we get along pretty good. Are you, what's your name?
More romance subplots.
My
Sorry,
name is
sorry,
Tyria Flatbrook.
It's just the milk talking. I'm sorry. You have things to do.
Buddy, you're fine. If you need me, my name is Tyria Flatbrook.
Tyria. Okay.
Yup. This is Nia, And this is Emannuel, and this is Zentris.
Hi, guys.
It looks a lot more uncomfortable now.
You guys are really awesome. Like, you guys are really awesome. I'm real glad you showed up when you did.
I step forwards and I lightly touch his arm like I'm punching him. You know, like go, you're not so bad yourself.
Hi. Thanks, mister.
We are going to leave you be. Unless anybody has any other questions, I suggest you take it easy on the milk for the rest of the evening. Go up and join your mother and your sister and get a nice evening's rest.
That's probably
gonna
a good
say.
point. What here, short stuff. You want to finish this one for me? Push
It's this big to her head.
This is
She could
Nia.
drown
With a
me.
shot glass.
Roll
He
for
slides
dexterity.
one towards Nia.
Mia's like, thanks. Just downs it.
It's just a shot of whole milk.
Yep.
It's just milk.
Don't lactose and have tolerance.
She slowly puts it down. It's like, I see. I like your style.
Yeah,
Take care of yourself, okay there?
All right. He slides off of the stool and straight onto the ground and starts picking himself up. I guess
Oh no.
nobody help. I'm fine. I got this.
I can't.
Toblin is just
Does he look like he needs help?
Toblin
Yeah.
is just like wide-eyed, like I promise it's just milk. And he's like comes around the bar and starts helping the kid upstairs.
Well, the three of you,
Great.
seems like we have a name and a general-ish location.
The quiet
Do we
part of the
want
woods.
to-
Yay!
What time is it, DM? In the day?
I can't exactly remember, so we're gonna go with midday.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Does anybody need a rest, or are we good to go?
Well, I think we should have a quick chat on our own as soon as the boy goes off to bed.
Okay.
Over a glass of
Step
milk.
outside.
Right.
Oh wait, we have rooms here, don't we?
You do.
Well, before that,
Let's
there's
just
something I
step
want to chat
into
about.
one of our rooms.
Sure.
They might be bugged. Let's step on the roof.
Again,
I like that.
The roof.
The good old roof.
why not?
All right. Using familiar methods, you make your way to the privacy of the roof and are able to have a conversation.
All right. I
Oh,
step
before
in
we
and-
go on real quick, just because it happened a second ago, thank you over numerousness for 10 gifted subs, I think. Yeah, that filled up our Shield Maiden thing. I'm going to have to...
Nice.
I will post the subclass for everyone in the Discord. I don't. This is one of the few rewards I don't have to wait to the end of the month to give out. I will do it this
Ooh.
weekend while I'm hanging out with Sam and Sophie, and it'll be there for everyone to critique or enjoy or modify to wherever you think that it needs to be. Just a nice bit of flavor and a few mechanics to hopefully interest and entertain. And we'll get to see a Shield Maiden in action next time we catch up to Lieutenant Plunder.
Maybe.
Thank
Tyria
you so
will
much,
be a-
dude. That's super generous of you. Oh, and hello to Vile as well. Let me see. I think Vile is in the chat with us
Ooh,
now.
welcome,
Yeah, Miles in
Vile.
the chat.
Ooh, hey, friend.
Hey, buddy. And thank you for subscribing. You're on a 7-month streak. Appreciate you, my dude.
Whoa.
I think that means it's been 7 months since I've seen you in Columbus, but who's counting? All right, rooftop, go.
So
Rooftop.
he leans in and he says, as much as there's other things we've got to do, we've got to leave someone with them. I'm not saying it's us. I suggest, Sildar. He's local. Here's the thing, though. That kid, his family, they're wanted, not by the government. But if they get found by the wrong people, they're dead.
I would agree.
Instantaneously. If I had known, and I swear to God, if I had known who they were when I found them, I would have walked them all the way to town myself. But I thought they were just random people. But they're very important.
Here's what I think. Maybe getting them out of this town in the first place could also be a good idea.
That's not a bad
I
idea.
agree. That
It's
being
very
said,
much so.
my concern there is that we know the roads are dangerous, as that's
Yeah.
where we reminder lost Gundren and Sildar in the first place. I would not suggest or trust these three on their own. I think
Maybe
for
the first idea is better. Sildar and maybe a friend of his might be. You know what? Maybe he's made friends with that stuffy fellow's house you broke into the other week.
I did not break. Yeah, okay, I kind of broke in there. I got shot for it. Damage is done. We're equal by this point. So, I mean, yeah, he's kind of seems powerful, but it doesn't seem. Did he ever agree to like leave his house and actually do something about his duties and that he kind of runs?
Probably.
She's
not.
looking at Tyria.
Tyria says, actually, yes, you're right. What happened with that? We don't know.
If, so when people in power are like, oh, no, I'm afraid, I'm just gonna not do anything. It's really not cool.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah.
I think he should be running this town.
Yeah, political uprisings are not the current most important thing on our radar.
Would not
Maybe
put
some
it past
alternate
this group.
tyrannical universe,
It's
with
kind
some,
of
I don't know, like,
all the way.
tyrannical wizards, but,
Right. Where is Sildar? I think he might have an idea of how to keep this family safe. Because again, if we leave them alone, there is no guarantee they'll be alive the next time we find them.
Okay, let's find Sildar and see if he can keep an eye on these while we go.
When
You
you
know,
are
honestly,
when
I
you
forgot
are
where he-
when you are done on the roof, he will be most likely found, and your DM is telling you most likely found in his room on the second story.
Oh wait, yeah, he has
Can we
a
just swing into his window?
Yes.
Nia will like fly up and just knock on the window.
Um,
I'll leave a rope down with you so you can latch us in.
Sildar is in his room. He has his trousers on, but is shirtless, and his late 50s body has his feet underneath the foot locker at the end of his bed and is doing sit-ups. And he sees you. He sees you at the window and like hastily grabs like his shirt to throw over his shoulders and comes to the window and grabs his long sword off the bed as he goes and opens it up and lets you in. Says, "What is it? Everything all right?"
Sorry, I probably should have remembered privacy's a thing, but like we
That seems to be a bit of a theme with you.
You know what? We have a thing
I'm
to
not
talk to you.
just I'm observing it.
Yes, I put my head down.
Nia like yanks on the rope. Guys, get over here.
Tyria's boots start to like hang as she starts shimmying down.
I poke my head down.
He pokes his head out and looks up. It's like, are we on the roof again?
Well,
It's
they wanted a
convenient.
private place to have a discussion.
It is the opposite of convenient.
It's private.
That you have me there.
Could we come in for a minute, or should we go
No,
downstairs?
absolutely. Come on in and starts buttoning up. And...
Good form of squats, by the way.
Thank
Rob,
you.
you're gonna have to help me. I can't remember their names. I haven't written them all down. So, what is it? The Fendrin?
So the family name, they're the Dindrars. It's Myrna,
Dindrars.
Nars, and Nilsa.
What were those again? Sorry.
Myrna, M-I-R-N-A.
Okay.
Nars, like cars, but with an N. And Nilsa.
Dendrin.
Yep.
Now I can have some words I can say to him. And what was the dad's name who died?
Thel.
Thel.
Thel Dindrar.
Hell. Dad. Which one was the boy?
Nars.
Nars. And Linsa and Myrna.
Think like Pinky in the Brain. Nars.
Nice.
No, I'm thinking Narnar.
Or that.
I'm thinking like, Lars, like from Star Wars.
There you go.
Ooh.
Dendrin.
This conversation, I'm actually going to be staying outside on the roof.
Okay.
Oh, he's waiting for another roof.
Oh, boy. Nia's like, for a second, where's Zentris? Anyway, we have a thing.
And a giant bright light comes from the top of the roof. Like, what?
That's our spot.
Anyway, so I look at Sildar and I say, so, big development, good news. We found some important people. We didn't realize were important. The other Dendrins. What remains of them?
I see.
They're here in this
They're
building.
well?
They are well. They're alive. One of the boys is a little bit drunk off the milk, hitting it too hard, you know.
Don't ask. Just continue.
Not hard liquor. He apparently can't hold his dairy.
Hey, to the point.
For some reason, it's ridiculous to me. At no point before now.
It was not ridiculous before.
Now it's funny.
Oh, milk.
Robert, please.
This ring is ridiculous to you?
It was like, do elaborate. What do you drink on your free evenings?
Oh, come in. I'm gonna remember that forever. I'm gonna be 90, senile, and forgot my family's names, and I'm gonna remember this scene.
Next time we get together, man, shot glasses and a big 2-gallon.
Really?
Yeah.
Rose.
None of that 2% here.
Straight out the letter.
Real thing.
Next time we go to house rules, we're doing this.
Chilled for you tomorrow, Rob.
There we go. I'm here for it.
We'll make character cocktails, and it's just all straight milk.
It's just milk. Yeah.
Record this and upload it to the server later. Straight up milk.
Got
This
milk?
is bloody good.
Literally, it's the best commercial for got milk.
Exactly.
Anyway. So yes, it's milk really hard. Don't find it intimidating. I know.
Wow.
Shrug it off.
That's really early to be starting that habit.
I agree, absolutely. We'll just keep an eye on him. But point is, they're alive, they're well, they're in this building, and they're next door. We have a few other things to do, but we don't feel safe leaving them on their own because, well, you know what happened to them last time, and, well, I'm pretty sure if we don't do something, they'll be dead the next time we see them. Could you possibly be a babysitter, or is there anyone else you could rely on to make sure that they don't die?
So first of all, Sildar agrees that he will be happy to keep an eye on them, as he's feeling like he hasn't contributed very much to what all has been going on, or, you know, his friend and business partner is still missing, and he's happy to have something that he feels is within his wheelhouse that he can help with. He also pumps you a little bit for a little bit more of the story, and he promises to handle affairs on your behalf, like, liquidating the weapons and returning them to the different people, and other little chores around town that you guys might like to see accomplished, but is not very adventurous or fun streaming things to do. He will handle all of that and make sure that you reap the rewards.
I had two things.
Yes.
I and my character have both thought about this, and I have a little sack of gold that's been collected from people I've pillaged. I know this doesn't belong to me, and I know it doesn't belong to them, and I'm pretty sure it belonged to someone here, but I can't keep it. So, and I hand him what's probably about 40 gold coins at this time.
Shit. Yeah, same here. Here, take it.
I know it was stolen from someone, but I kept it just to keep it from them. But there has to be a way to find out how to, help the town in some way, because I know this belonged to some people here.
I think it's about time that Harbin found something useful to do. Perhaps, and for all of his faults, and there are many,
about fucking time,
he can be counted upon to organize. And this seems like something up his alley, and I will personally, at sword point, if necessary, ensure that he performs this duty.
Well, someone has to.
Actually, speaking of duty, Sildar, since you're so kind to stay here,
Speaking of what? Excuse me?
Speaking of duty,
I see.
What did you... I'm not gonna ask what you think.
Sildar! Sildar! You're the one to talk about privacy!
I'm sorry. I misheard.
Nia takes out a couple of little screws from the back with a small box and starts to tinker something with it. Give me a minute. You guys continue. I think I have something that might be very useful in this situation.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I have a question for the DM out of game here. Based on what you've described Sildar looking, is he basically a less swole Reinhardt from Overwatch at this point?
Oh, he is a very small Reinhardt. Like, he is not swole at all.
So he's like Uncle Iroh, but like before the swole?
Before the pre-swole Iroh?
Well, TLDR, Uncle Iroh gets stuck in prison. He was fat. He works out every day, and he's ripped by the time he breaks out.
What I imagine Sildar is...
Levi will be able to help me with this. What is the name of the patriarch of the Lannister family?
Oh,
Tywin?
Tywin Lannister.
Tywin, yes, Tywin.
I imagine him as a Tywin Lannister who is still in fighting shape.
Oh, and can smile?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I was
That
like,
makes sense.
here's the deal. If you would have described him to me in the beginning like that, I would have been fucking terrified the entire time, because Charles Dance is Charles Dance.
He is
Anyway.
an intimidating-looking dude.
Valar Morghulis, bitches. Like, before we start
Can I
geeking out,
imagine
we gotta
Sildar
continue.
longer? Fair enough.
Anyway, so yes. I add to that there, and I said, oh, by the way, we've gotten a small lead on goblins, and I'll talk to the rest of them about this, but I would very much like to explore that as soon as possible, because, well, it's been about, 2-3 days since we saw Gundren?
It has been some time since I have seen him.
I don't like the odds of it. I know the longer we wait, the worse it's going to get.
And that's why we're heading
cannot
out
fault
as soon
that
as we
at all.
finish talking to you.
Well, rest assured that whatever you leave in my hands will be handled. I felt like that was going to end more dramatically.
Great.
But
No, don't worry. It will be handled. And speaking of in your hands, and Nia places a small little, like, it looks almost like a twig in his hand. That's like maybe 2 inches long or something. So, if shit goes wrong, which I have a feeling it might, what you need to do is simply break it. And that way, this little box is going to start glowing for me. And we're going to know that shit hit the fan. Cool?
cool.
Awesome.
Don't sit on it on accident, please.
Front pocket, then.
Right.
After you finish your gestures at the locker at the foot of the bed.
Stuff.
Right,
You know,
right.
thing. Right, well,
Alright.
if you guys could, I'd like to go try to find this man before it's too late.
Let's please do. Sildar, you're a wonderful man. Everybody, let's go.
Let's go.
Alright. Sildar, you're a gentleman and a scholar. Good day. See you soon, and hopefully we'll all be alive and drink over it later. I step out the door.
Okay, so we're heading for the General Woods area, north of Phandalin, I believe.
Mhm.
And I would suggest, actually, Emannuel, you might be the best person to ask about this.
Right.
Could you ask, maybe see if you could find and talk to Lord of the Mountain, or, oh wait, sorry, you haven't told us about that.
You
That's
guys
meta
aren't
knowledge.
supposed to know about that.
I don't know about it. I'll take that again. I don't know
You
about
guys
that.
don't know he's
I
got
do know
weird
that you're a
tricks.
weird, spooky ranger guy, though.
Yes, I'm strange. Y'all picked up on that, but you don't know what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
I was like, what the
You've
fuck? You
seen-
know this.
He panicked for a second.
Emmanuel,
So
you
they go to the
seem to have some weird vibes. I can't really put a good finger on it, but we are supposed to be, I guess, going towards the place where the woods are quietest, and I think you might be the best person to have a vibe for that.
Honestly, yeah, that would be that is very much my expertise. So the simplest thing about why that is strange is because there's no part of the woods that's supposed to be quiet. Only reason
Oh,
that
yes, I'm
happens
aware of that.
is
Exactly. And if it's quiet, that means everything is dead. That's why I really don't like it.
So to save time, let's go to the general store and get potions, health, extra arrows. Let's stock up and then go.
As much shit as we can get, because I'm not about to die somewhere else in the woods. Because
Right.
I like woods for that reason.
I've gone down. Let's hope it stops there.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, shit. Actually, you gave me an idea. Thank you.
Right.
She's just gonna leave it at that.
I'm gonna,
Okay.
She is.
I'm gonna go.
We will head for
Yeah,
Gundren's
see.
permissions?
It's Gundren's good
Permissions.
goods.
Provisions.
Good old Barthen's provisions. Elmar
Tarzan!
is still sitting out on his rocking chair in front, kind of watching people come out of their homes and busy themselves about the square. And seeing you all coming with purpose in your stride, he stands up and looks like he's about to go inside, then he realizes he's holding a pipe, then he's about to dump out the pipe, but he just packed it, and then he's about to go inside, wondering if it's okay to bring smoke into his own shop, and after a second, he just puts the whole pipe in his pocket, still lit, and walks inside.
We just slowly smell his jacket burning.
It's kind of give a little, okay.
So you come inside, and he's, clearly dealing with the ramifications of that decision while trying to maintain some decorum.
Inspired by Baptized's comment, is that a lit up pipe in your pocket, or are you just happy to see us?
Oh, don't you worry about that. No, none. I am happy to see you. How can I help you?
We are in the market for some general adventuring gear, namely health potions. What else? What else do we all want?
As many arrows as we can carry. I'm short a few, but I'm pretty loaded. But I want to make sure I'm full. Do you got any good upgrades we could buy? Basically, there's a person we need to go save as quick as possible, and we need to make sure that no one else dies.
Maybe some
upgrade.
armor too.
Well, of course, armor and weapons will be that'll be the Lion Shield Coster across the way. But I do have I have a potion, and frankly, folks around Phandalin don't have much call for such things, and presume can't really afford to be spending money on them, so it's a little dusty. But I have it somewhere around here. He starts kind of rummaging. He will come up a little bit later, and he has a little red vial that he sets on the counter and blows some dust off of. There you go.
It's better than nothing. Thank you so much.
And
I suggest that.
There was we had a few more of them, but the ruffians, you understand.
How
Right.
much is
Just
it?
real quick, what is it? What is the potion that you've got?
Oh, you all be perfectly honest, I've forgotten. But I'll give you a discount on it because I don't remember.
Can we use detect magic on this thing?
Yeah.
I'm not spending a spell slot on that.
I'll figure something out.
Could I?
It's a caprice.
It'll be fine.
Baptized, thank you.
Here's the thing. How bad could it be?
I
If
mean, yeah,
nobody else is gonna take it, I would gladly
I'd like to know
play this
what
little
it is.
potion roulette.
I'm not saying we don't need it, but I'm saying, like, what if it's poison?
Well,
Here, yeah.
so it'll be a hell of a fucking way to go out.
That's awful.
No,
Listen.
I just want to assure you, it's not poison. I mean, I'm pretty much certain it's not poison.
See,
I don't think I would have bought it in the first place if it was poison.
Tyrion,
But I'd like to know how to use it for whatever it is. Maybe it's health. Maybe it's invisibility.
That's a good point.
Oh, God.
That is a good, I don't have no idea what either of those would look like.
if it's invisibility, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down for this.
You have an invisibility potion in your pockets, and they don't look alike.
Yeah, they
Okay.
don't, I would imagine. I have a +1 to medicine check. Can I use that to try to determine the basic essence and nature of it?
I got 5.
You got that one?
I'm gonna buy it regardless, just so you guys know.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So, I don't typically say that, random people can do this. You know that if you could just taste the potion, you would have an idea of its effects, but Marthin may be a little stingy about you, sampling the merchandise when it's his only one.
Perhaps
But if you want an Arcana check or herbalism, medicine would do. It'll just be a little bit bigger number that you need to reach with medicine.
Sam, did you say you had a +5?
Yeah.
I could also
Okay.
just try it. What's the worst that could happen?
You're too adventurous. We're gonna go drinking in real life later.
Oh no, my D&D character is adventurous. Oh no.
What?
What'd you get,
20.
Sam?
23, okay?
Yes.
What the hell, Sam?
It is
Sam.
remarkably similar to the healing potions that you have already looted from before. However, you think, and you strongly suspect Elmar does not recognize this. This is better than the healing potions you have picked up before.
Okay, perfect.
There we
It's
go.
good to have.
Bitch.
I
And
look at Elmar and I say,
that is information that Zentris has at the moment.
So can I
Yeah.
look at it and go? Well, it's pretty degraded from what I can tell.
Yeah, that would make sense. Do these things expire?
No, they don't, but they can lose potency over time.
Oh
So,
dear, I'm sorry.
what are you offering for?
Well, I'm pretty sure I paid about 50 gold for it back in the day. But if it is deteriorated in any way, I wouldn't want to charge you full price. So maybe we could agree on 30.
30. I'm awful with
Is that too
gold.
much?
What
I
do you
can-
think?
I would buy it off you for about 20.
I'll say that's
$20
half a horse at that point.
Maybe you buy something else from around the shop, and we can go. We can do
Yeah.
20. I mean, you guys have done so much for us, but I don't know. I'd be losing 30 gold piece. That's about a
Elmo.
month.
Of course.
Point me to
Of course,
something
yeah.
useful in here. What's something that would help me in a fight? That's really all I need. Just get the advantage.
Something in a well. I've seen. He doesn't know. I was going to have him tell you what I consider the worst weapon in D&D that he might have in this shop. It would be a net, but it's used for fishing, but you could use it on people and trip them up and such. But if you're wanting useful in a fight, he reveals that he was always nervous about the Redbrands causing some like real mayhem in town if they got hold of accelerants. So he has flasks of oil that are intended for, lamps and torches and the like, but he has it in pretty sizable amounts.
Explosion time.
I look at him and I say, I'll give you 10 for a couple of these. We'll make nice Molotov cocktails if you got some cloth.
Cloth I've got lots of. Yeah. And he starts pulling out more tatty long johns. Like
Actually, that
I got
reminds
so many
me,
of these things. I bought them in bulk back in the day.
Guys, didn't we find a spell scroll for Fireball?
You did.
Somebody did. What was that?
Did anybody give it to Nia yet?
I have a trade for
I don't think so.
Please give it to Nia.
A trade for me?
Yes, sir.
What's that?
I here have a potion of assassin's blood, which is averagely worth about more than what I think this is cost. I'll give you this for that potion.
What does it do?
This one is a poison.
It's a poison for sure.
Okay.
But it will...
Like, does it make you, like, will you spend all day in the outhouse? Or is it, like, kind of...
No, you will spend all day in the outhouse puking up blood, more than likely.
Oh, my dear. Okay.
And that will be the last day it ever happens, if you will.
Probably worth about 3 times as much as that.
But you're wanting to just do an even swap? Or would you... Sure. I'm happy to have something handcrafted by the heroes of Phandalin. That sounds like something we could do.
I think that's
Wait,
fair.
You made that?
Yeah.
We'll chat later.
Do that? I feel like we saw him do that.
Y'all saw him making something, yeah.
Yeah. We didn't know what it was. I don't think so.
I didn't know what it was either, but I remember him making a thing. I thought that was it.
Yeah. So
I look at him and I go, good job. Right on then.
So y'all will make a swap, and the party has a slightly better potion of healing, which I always forget the different types.
I was going to say, I was going to give
Healing, greater healing.
She has it.
Yeah, this one would be greater healing, 44 plus 4.
Ooh, that'll be useful.
Who's holding on to that?
Another request for you. Is that cart empty and could we borrow it? Because there's a very good chance there may be someone who can't walk and this would help quite a lot.
Oh, sure. I mean, it's your cart.
Well, thank you. Is it empty? Can we use it at this time?
Yeah, we unloaded it the other day.
All right. Is there an animal that we can attach to it? I'll take it manually if we can, but if there's something we could have go with it.
Is a cow okay?
Did you say cow?
Yeah, it's a cow.
That's perfectly fine.
Okay, well, I got, if you...
We'll be robbing Nars off of his milk.
I'm just curious, is this acorn or cinnamon?
No, well, yeah, both your cows are here, as a matter of fact. I don't know why that didn't occur to me. I was going to offer you Old Bessie.
As long as we have something we can attach to it, because I have a good feeling that whoever it is probably can't walk very well.
Gotcha, understood. But yeah, obviously, do you need my cow, or would you like one of yours? They're out in the pasture with her now.
A cow. If you could have somebody hook any animal up to it at this point.
Okay. Yeah. We'll be about that.
All right. You guys good then?
I think so.
and while everybody else were like trying to shop for things, Nia was just in the back screwing in a couple more hinges into like a small box again that
Oh
she's
my
been
goodness.
working on for a few days now.
Right. I start heading towards the door, and I say, "You guys get that wrapped up. I'm gonna go get some arrows, and maybe any trick arrows if they've got them. Anyone want to come with me?"
I really don't have any use for trick arrows, but if they
Have
have any
other
cool
things as
swords, just let me
well.
know.
So what?
I said if
couldn't
they
hear
have
you.
any cool swords, let me know.
All right, I'll let you know. I'm going there now to the Sorry, I can't remember the name of the thing.
The Lion Shield Coster.
It's a pretty cool name. I like that. All
Yeah.
right, I'm going. I
You know what? Fine, I'll join you. I want to see what they're about.
I look at Nia and I say, "Think of it as reconnaissance to the enemy."
Nah, I'm not buying anything, but I do want to check it out.
All right, let's go. So I head there.
Okay.
I don't know
Anything
if you
else
guys
that
want-
needs to happen with Elmar?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Could I buy? I don't know if it's necessary, but more vials and stuff. For
Yeah.
my-
Those,
That's a good idea.
that
You're
kind of
potion
thing he
boy.
would have. Let's see. Let's say, I think you are, as a character, working your way towards really benefiting from and wishing you had a poisoner's kit.
Ooh.
So what let's do is price you a poisoner's kit, and then whenever you get proficiency in it, you'll be ready.
Okay.
I am rich in so much priceless gold.
Good, because I'm poor.
Um,
Or monk poor.
so
You're a monk. That's kind of thing.
a full kit that includes vials, chemicals, gloves, forceps, different things like that would be a full 50 gold.
Okay.
If you want to have like bought some of it and buy the rest later, you can, and buy it in bits. But 50 gold would give you everything you needed.
Well, okay, so then question then, because my herbalism kit, it comes with clippers, mortar, pestle, pouches, vials,
Mm-hmm.
and it says that I can use it to make remedies and potions. So what would be the difference between both? Because I want to make potions as well, and so like I want to kind of float between making both.
That's fair. I think there could be some overlap there. So let's say that what you don't have of a poisoner's kit would be an additional 25.
Okay.
Actually, no, wait. A herbalism kit is only 5 gold pieces, so that's 45 that you don't have. How is... Okay. You confuse me, Wizards of the Coast, with how you price and weight things. I'll stick with my initial decision here. You got a really good deal on an herbalism kit, and there's 25 gold's worth of things that you would wish to have if you wanted to be a poisoner as well.
Okay. I do have a studded leather armor, a short sword, and a shield I don't need. And
Okay.
I do also have the potion of invincibility, but that's up to everybody else too.
Since the shield and the armor are not new, if you wanted to sell them at their reduced value, and he could go and sell them at the coster later, he would make that trade, and you could hang on to the shield and the... or, you know what, you probably are more excited to have a short sword than a shield as a monk. Because half your party can use a short sword. Only one of you really wants a shield. So, and yeah, she's got one. Trade in the armor and the shield, and you can have a poisoner's kit.
Okay, you are too kind, sir.
All right. As you guys head over to the Lion Shield Coster and open that place up for the first time, inside is what should be a stocked and appealing presentation room for different arms and armor. There are racks for armor to hang on, shelves for weapons, hooks and things where things can dangle from the rafters, and there's probably 4 weapons and a tatty suit of armor in the whole place. This place is basically empty. It looks like someone moved out and just didn't have room for the last couple of things. And going around the back of the building, kind of wringing her hands, and her hair looks like it should be up and has fallen apart. There's a kind of a dirty blonde-haired woman in her early 40s, kind of pacing in the back. For every aspect of herself that Halia Thornton looks prim and composed, this woman looks the opposite. She sees...
That should be fun.
She sees you all coming in and looks up and kind of just holds up a hand in your general direction, says, "Sorry, there's not much to see here. We're closed."
As per usual.
I'm so very sorry to hear that. I was coming to see if I get a few arrows, but more importantly, now that I'm here,
Well,
are you all right?
I'd love to sell you arrows. I really would. None of my shipments have made it in for weeks now. I've got nothing,
Right.
and the Redbrands took everything that I did have. I'm empty.
You may want to go stop by the inn to see if there's anyone who can help you about that. I have a feeling that they may have them there. It's a bit complicated, but we've had a
What?
bit of a run-in with them, and let's say we liberated their supplies.
Whose supplies?
Redbrands. I'm gonna guess, I'm just taking a leap of faith here, that they have no doubt been the cause of your trouble.
Well, huh?
Listen, if you can't sell us arrows, that's fine. But if I were you, I would stop by the inn. If there's anything of yours there, just let Sildar know. He'll be able to help you out. If it's not yours, then that's all there is to it. But I'm so sorry for your troubles.
Okay. Well, we're especially close then. I have to lock up and go see Sildar.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You wouldn't happen to have any spare arrows, do you? Because I'm going to go try to stop more of them, and that's what I need.
No. I mean, I've been cleaned out. I ordered so many
I
carts of things, and the carts never arrived.
One more
Just never
question
arrived.
for you before we all disappear. That armor there, would you say it's good for a paladin?
She looks over at it, and it's a set of hide armor, not
Plate.
plate.
Gotcha. Well then, never mind. By the way, I'm Emannuel.
Oh.
Nice to meet you. Sorry, it's not better circumstances.
She pushes a sleeve up and kind of wipes her freshly wrung hand on her smock and puts a hand out. Lenine Greywind, nice to meet you. Now, I'm sorry. I'm gonna lock up. I'm gonna go see Sildar.
Right.
If you'll excuse
take her by
me.
the arm and say, do yourself a favor. Take one moment. Take a deep breath. All right? Is that better?
Little.
I have a feeling everything in this town is going to be a lot better. Now you go take care of yourself. It's nice to meet you. I look at Nia and I start walking towards the door.
As she's heading out, Nia adds, "Actually, if you know there's this like cave next, like not too far off the road, right next to like a river. I would go there with the team, but do check there. I have a feeling some of your supplies might be, in the area."
So with it, you never know.
Make a persuasion check real quick, Nia.
Oh God. Okay. 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 Wait. What's? It's not too low. Oh shit! I am proficient in that.
So
12.
you have guidance and inspiration and all that.
I'm not using it on Lion Coaster. I think Nia would actually kill me as a player if I would do that.
She would materialize on our plane and murder you.
She would astral
That would be
shift.
terrifying. Like an 8-inch tall fairy just appears in front of me and starts kicking my ass. I would be fucking terrified.
Somebody draw Nia killing Katya.
Don't you dare use inspiration on that shit! Anyway, 12.
You see her kind of turn and look at you kind of askance. Something about the way you said it, she kind of wonders if you have insider information on where her stuff is.
She can think
are
whatever
you
she wants.
responsible? But she kind of looks, slowly nods and says, "Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'll... Emannuel and
Don't worry.
friends. I'll
Have a good one.
right.
Is that?
And then she kind of escorts you to the door, locks the door, and then without waiting for any of you to leave, starts bustling towards the Stonehill Inn.
Nia crosses her arms, like, it does feel nice to help people sometimes, even if it's line co-star.
Well,
Well, character
baby
development,
steps. It's
babe.
not small.
All
So I
right.
start heading back towards Eldar's place.
If everything is wrapped up,
Did you say Elzar or
Oh,
Elvar?
actually,
Because all of a
I said
sudden,
Elvar.
all my Futurama is coming in.
I don't know why I can't remember his name. I need to write that down.
It's because it's
Barthen?
not a normal name.
Elmar. Elmar
Elmar
Barthen. I
Barthen.
did write
It's
it down. There we
It's
go.
just
That's
good
what I was-
old Elmo.
well, you
Um,
guys no, actually, Tyria, could I ask you to make a perception roll for me?
yeah.
Oh, wait.
Christ!
Am I Zentris now? Are you the DM? Oh, I get to play a monk.
Reversal. Boom, boom, boom. 13.
Okay. You just noticed that Zentris isn't feeling so hot.
This
Oh,
bitch.
fuck.
Yeah.
Zentris,
Yeah.
are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just kind of lost in my head today.
Talk to me about it.
Just everything that's been happening the last couple of days. It's just been a lot seeing both sides of things. And so it's really trying to sort things out in my own head.
Okay. What is your main hesitation?
None.
Okay. Is there something that we can do to make things easier for you?
No, you guys have been absolutely amazing. It's more of just understanding the morality of humans and what we do to each other on the day to day. Like, we are all here to exist and we are all here to live a happy coexisting life, but doing that is destroying and sacrifice. Why?
Zentris, I grew up on a farm. Underneath all this chain mail, there's just a little farm girl. And when you work on a farm, when you work with the land, you have to till the ground to plant seeds. And so you're going to have to kill some naturally occurring plants and weeds to build and to grow wheat.
Nature makes sense to me. That is, I completely understand the cycle of life. I'm talking about the cycle of humans.
Aren't humans and humanoids and everyone else just nature on a larger scale?
Are we though?
What else could we be?
I don't know. And that's when I'm just gonna walk off and go towards the Lion Shield Coster.
So someone needs to go to therapy.
All right. I was gonna wait by the cart and wheel it out towards the entrance to the town, and just wait for people to join me.
Did we approach by the time when I saw Zentris step away from Tyria?
I would think it's happening about now at the same moment.
Yeah. So Nia flies up to Tyria. Is he alright? He seems a little
I think
more sad than usual.
I think he's going through it. Just
Mm.
I would advise everyone to just be extra kind. It sucks
I mean-
sometimes.
At this point, I run up there as well. And I say, sorry folks, bad news. They are very, very empty. Apparently their supply lines have been cut off by something along the way. And I'm pretty
Just
confident.
imagine what?
All right, I know. It sounds like those
Mhm.
goblins we saw with the Lion's Coster bits probably belong to her. But I've sent her towards the inn for now to see if anything there belongs to her, but we'll see.
Okay.
But I told her it's going to get better, and I think I'm right, honestly.
Well, all we can do is move forward. Into the
All right,
woods.
Yes,
To
go to the woods.
to our not quite grandmother patron dwarf's house. Spooky old grand druid's house.
Yes,
Into the woods.
Honestly, we just need to head towards the forest and I think the rest will be easy on the way there.
Okay.
I wish.
As you guys are,
As everyone go, Nia just sighs and goes,
Rose,
woods!
bring down.
Yay!
Yeah.
so, if you guys are going just into the woods, it might be difficult to take a cart, but a cart is prepared for you.
I was planning on taking the cart towards the woods and then leaving it in a bush.
Again?
As our usual.
I mean, is there not a road basically through the woods? I'm not saying we need to go through the thickest part, but there's got to be some kind of trail we can get through.
Depending on how much circumnavigating you want to do, there will be places you can go. Yeah.
Well, then that's my plan for now, because I one of several things is going to happen. Gundren's going to be in physical trouble. We're going to find a lot of supplies we want to take back with us, or some combination of the others, or there might be another person that needs rescuing as well. Or we might have prisoners.
Right? Sorry, what? What was the last part?
Prisoners. Did my microphone cut out?
No, it didn't. I was just like, I thought we are like anyway, do continue.
Nia thought we killed our enemies, not take prisoners.
Yeah, that's a very fair point.
Right.
Do go
I'm
on.
just saying, I don't know what exactly is going to happen, and I'm preparing.
So, Tyria, as you are bringing the cart towards the rest of the group, you see that Acorn and Cinnamon, the two oxen that were previously pulling your cart, Cinnamon, the smaller of the two, is not hooked up to the cart. Rather, it is a dappled white and black cow that must be Bessie. Why Cinnamon is not the one hooked up, you're not absolutely certain, but the cart's moving at a fair enough clip as you are going towards them that you think it will probably be fine. But both oxen, as you are driving towards the group, lurch forward and are acting very undomesticated all of a sudden. And are kind of bucking at the reins and almost as if they're trying to escape the cart.
This is odd.
That is not a
Would
good
you
sign.
make an animal handling check?
Who's driving this cart?
You said you were bringing it towards the edge of town.
That's me. That's fair. It's
yeah, that's
probably me. I'm so good at handling the...
Can I help?
Well,
Rose,
she's bringing it to y'all at the moment, so it's just her, I'm
clip
afraid.
this, please. That was a perfect moment to clip. Like right there, like right that alone. Like, yes, please, Rose. Finish that sentence if you will.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
You don't have it.
No!
Zentris and Emannuel are the only ones with inspiration.
I got points.
I don't even have it.
Hey, chat, help!
How do
Where's
I...
all the purchases, guys?
Assist!
Fine.
We desperately need it.
No,
Thank you, by
I
the
will
way,
live with
for
this.
Cadillac
It's about to
Jack for the
trample.
follow. Appreciate you. What did we get?
I got a 3.
A 3.
Ow.
So, you guys hear a and look up to see Tyria basically airborne as the cart is rushing towards you. Emannuel, you are directly in its path. The oxen seem to be charging towards you.
I hold up both hands and I yell stop, and it's going to be an animal handling check, but I use the special gifts that I've got. You know the ones.
Yes, please.
That is a 18 plus 3.
Okay. They do. They stop right in front of Emannuel. Tyria, you go flying a short distance from the cart to land in the square, unhurt. You're a heavy armor master, but it is unceremonious to say the least. And both of the cows are just mooing and grunting and shaking their heads and just causing an incredible scene. What
Can I understand them?
I was about to say, what Emannuel experiences that none of you do is Bessie saying to Acorn, No, it really is him. I'd recognize that anywhere. He's a Longhorn. Don't you know about the Longhorns? I told you, this is one of them. It's him. Oh my, I'm such a huge fan. Oh my God. You are amazing.
Cows.
I can't believe you're here. What are you doing all the way out here in Phandalin?
I look at the cows and I act like I'm talking like a normal person would. Shh, we've got work to do. Everyone stay calm. And I'm petting them like normal cows.
Oh, what kind of
Trying
work
to
are you
stay-
doing? Oh, are you the reason that those people in red scarves aren't coming around anymore? Oh, they smell so bad.
I lean in close and kind of give her a hug. I'm like, yes, all right, please don't.
Oh, he's whispering in my ear. And you see Bessie like goes down to her cow knees.
Please perception check to see if I can hear him talking to the cows.
These
You can try.
starstruck bovines.
All the while, Acorn is standing here like, he rode on my cart. Wow.
24.
He's whispering something like, calm down, play it cool. To the...
Can we
The
start a
cats.
new romance triangle? Like,
Oh, I'm sorry. I believe that is illegal to say. I mean, there are different parts of the internet that do appreciate this. Anyway, do continue before this gets worse.
I couldn't hear Sam. What did you say?
You don't want to know.
love triangle.
Oh God.
Bessie is basically a mess in front of the cart, and
He's a messy.
Acorn is saying,
Nice.
Sir, I just have to say it is an honor. I had no idea who you were. I'm not up to date on my celebrity knowledge. Like, I didn't get out much, but I mean, wow. So did you ever fight, like, with your dad? Or, or you're on a secret mission or something, I bet.
I look at the cow and I go,
Right. Secret mission. Got it. Yeah, it's a lucky thing that these people can't understand me, or else this would be really awkward, the things that I'm saying right now. But
And pet them
I
again,
am
like-
very happy to help in any way that I can be of service, sir. I would salute, but my hoof does not come that near my head.
Nia is floating right behind Emmanuel's shoulder, like weirded out by the situation. Just like, are you?
Acorn's
Are
head
you-
is like almost on the ground, and Bessie is just on her side.
Fucking hell.
Emmanuel? Hey, buddy. First of all, real cool shit. I didn't know you can do that. I thought you were just, bye-bye. But, like,
You
okay?
did this!
Oh, okay, you're alive. You good? Do you need help?
I'm fine. I kind of brushed like dirt off of my what was once wonderfully polished armor. You did this to me?
It was low-key
I was
impressive.
trying to help you.
listen, I can't control cows if that's what you're insinuating here. That's ridiculous. They
I would
just-
say otherwise.
Yeah,
What we just saw was really cool.
That's all it is. Just need to be calmed down.
Sir, I have no
Whereupon-
idea what they are saying, but that's not a very disrespectful tone they are using with you. Do you need me to rough them up or do anything at your behest, sir?
I look at the cat and go, shh.
I apologize. It's very out of line for me. I'm very sorry. I'll be quiet now.
Thing.
Speaking to them.
No more than anyone else would. Listen, I just grew up on a farm. I'm used to different creatures.
I grew up on a
The familiar.
farm. I don't talk to my cows like that.
Well,
grew
you
up on
want-
a farm.
I
That's
guess
cool.
no disrespect.
As you,
Right.
there's quite a scene going on in the square right now. And Elmar comes back out. He was repacking his pipe, and sees that his cow is on its side in front of y'all's cart, and he runs up like, Bessie, I don't know what's going on. Here, we were thinking about giving Cinnamon a little bit of a break, but we'll hitch Cinnamon back up, and we'll have you on your way in a jiffy here. And come on, Bessie. Oh dear. Well, I guess you're just staying there then. But we'll get Cinnamon and get you all hooked up and ready to go. And he grabs his assistants and begins doing that.
I
knew
feel
at
so
some
bad. I just
point
got
this
this
was
cow
gonna come up.
fired.
I didn't think this is how it was going to go down. Honestly, that
That
was
was
great.
very interesting. Also, Tyria, maybe next time, don't charge them at us.
What? I was not. Why would I charge you with cows?
I
Or
am.
why would I? If I wanted to hurt you, I would just
I'm not saying.
you.
I'm not saying you tried, but they were charging directly at Emannuel, and then he did that weird shit.
I was trying to. Did you not see me flying through the air? Would I fly through the air on purpose?
I pull
That
off
is
the red
fair.
scarf, and I step up to Tyria and I start trying to polish off her armor. I'm like, I am so sorry about that. I have no idea what happened.
It's fine.
Trying to just get the dirt off. Like, are you all right? That was terrifying.
I'm fine. It was just distressing.
Nia looks over to Zentris like, you please say something. Like, this is not normal, right?
I'm absolutely at a loss for words at this moment. I can say that I'm definitely moved by all this.
No.
I've never seen Cat so quiet. I was so hoping there'd be commentary on this bullshit.
Well done.
literally.
For everyone play out, I was like, I gotta build something good.
Well, that little scene ended. You guys have cows that are used to you and your company hitched to the cart. They do not move until Emmanuel personally encourages them to. They don't want to listen to anybody else's orders in case they might contradict Emmanuel's whims. But Emmanuel, at a word from you, they wander out of town, pulling the cart and all of you with them on to the next bit of the adventure. And we will take our break there. That was a unexpectedly delightfully comic first half. And maybe now we can adventure a little when we come back.
That was truly lovely.
I enjoyed the hell out of that. Oh boy. Alright, I've reprogrammed the button. We're gonna actually have the art reel this time. And when the art reel is over, we will be back with more Dungeons and Dragons. So we'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Thank you, bye-bye!
That
welcome back. We appreciate your patience during our break, and we are back for some D&D, and there's a wiggly kitty for everyone to enjoy.
Wiggly kitty.
I do the
Doodle,
same,
doodle,
but pit stains. I finally fixed it being cold in here, and now it's hot. I did want to do this at the beginning of the stream, by the way, and I forgot to do so. Community artist Sheepish Lamb sent me a little New Year's thing. She didn't ask for me to show it off, but I decided that I would. There's a little New Year's card.
Oh, that's
which is
beautiful.
Probably reversed because of how I have the camera set up. There's this little tassel thing, which is very attractive. I don't know if it's a bookmark or a Christmas ornament or God knows. But it is really
It can be anything
cute.
you want.
Has a red dragon pin, which is really cute.
Wow.
Oh.
And then this little pack of different things, which I think there's actually too much in here for me to pull it out on stream. But thank you very much, Sheepy, when you see this later on. I appreciate this little present. I thank you.
That's so cute.
Right. Dungeons and Dragons. That's what we were doing. So,
Dungeons and Dragons, Dragons and Dungeons.
Dungeons and
Dragons in a dungeon. I haven't seen any dragons yet.
so
Yeah.
well,
Oh shit. Sorry guys.
it's okay. We're I'll tell you later.
I fucked up.
So you guys begin meandering your way towards the woods with the cart. You're heading generally north, and outside of Phandalin, you're heading back in the direction you came, basically towards the Tribor Trail, and you take that until you have the idea to get off the trail and go towards the woods at whatever point takes your fancy, whether it's a particularly easy inlet or a wide path that you think you could take the cart on. It is slow, bumpy and rough going, trying to take the cart off-road. It is capable of it. There is, some danger of breaking wheels and broken axles and whatnot, or just that the oxen would, in any other circumstance, dislike the idea or become difficult to handle, but they are doing their solid best to convey this cart wherever Emannuel wishes it to go. Although they do begin to get a little bit agitated, and will let Emannuel know so as you guys begin to wander forward, and they will... Acorn turns a big head over his shoulder, swinging his large horns around as he does so, and says, "Sir, if I might have your ear for a moment."
I look at it.
We're heading into a inclement territory. We're starting to smell well, nothing to trouble you at all, sir, but predators and such. There's a lot of smell of like wolf around, and it doesn't bother me, sir, but Cinnamon, don't tell him that. You're just as worried as I am. You can't throw me under the cart like this. Yeah, sir, don't mind that. Cinnamon is getting a little worried about continuing on this current course, sir.
I take all that in and whatnot, and I say, I think we're getting close. Let's stop for a minute and survey the land. I think it's getting quieter out here. Has anyone else noticed that?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Also, I did remember that we need to keep an eye out because we need mistletoe.
Right. We need some nature.
Right. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm so glad
Actually,
you said that.
I might be able to help with that. Nia scoots down and drops to the ground, and places her hand onto the soil. It's like, okay, please work. And using Druidcraft, I want to cause like a small growth of mistletoe to come out between my fingers.
I was literally about to do the exact same thing.
Okay. Sure, why not? You create some mistletoe, and Emannuel, if you have a similar idea, you are capable of doing it again.
Mm-hmm. I also have Druidcraft. So
Oh,
yes,
you
I
do?
will.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, it's one of my ranger spells. So I focus, on that, and I say, "Very good idea." Wing. So here's a trick I picked up recently. And I throw some mistletoe. And I look at everyone. I said, "Don't get any ideas. Stuff it away." God,
Do we all need mistletoe, or like just one is enough?
They said just at least an offering of mistletoe will show that we're safe.
Yes, I figure 2 should be enough. That should cover the crowd, I'd think. I
I'm not taking any chances with that guy. You don't mess with the quiet part of the forest. And Nia grows 2 more mistletoe and gives it to Zentris and Tyria.
Make a perception check.
Uh-oh.
Anybody, everybody.
Who?
I
+5.
perceive something.
I will perceive something. Let's see.
I will not perceive something.
I'm rolling a lot of 12s today in total.
Perceives well.
6 for Emannuel. You are enraptured in your new magic trick, and in the conversation with Nia about how much is necessary at the time being. Zentris, Nia, how'd we do? 11.
12.
12. All right.
It's,
Great. Rose rolled 2.
oh, it's also a
Okay.
6, so it's going to be unhelpful.
Oh, I got a 15.
All of you actually become aware because for some reason they're shit at stealth. There are creatures fanning out to surround the cart, and who said 15? Emannuel, as the most perceptive of the bunch, and because you have recently had interactions with these creatures, you notice that it is wolves.
Oh,
Slinking
lovely.
down close to their bellies, trying to stick to the dappled light beneath the canopy, and fan out to leave you and your delicious steaks on legs no escape.
Huh?
Imagine so.
Well,
Nia looks around. Do you guys hear that?
We brought them a snack.
Don't
Oh,
say
I
that.
think they brought a snack to us.
Tyria, you're a snack anytime, but I think we're kind of fucked here. How many of them are there?
Nia, with your roll, you count at least 5. There could be more, but you're aware of 5.
Right, Emannuel.
I step forward to the point where I'm hoping that the crowd behind me cannot hear me, and I whispered forward. I say to them, in a way that they can understand. I say, "I'm here for the storm on the mountain."
The rustling stops. The wolves that you can see have ceased moving. They prick up their ears and raise their heads slightly. And they all seem to look in the same direction, which is not towards Emannuel. And then, coming from the woods, not sneaking, but rather stepping with heavy, large paws, is a white wolf, twice the size of any of the others, padding out just almost regally towards Emannuel.
This is why I don't like the woods. This is why I don't like the woods. For this shit.
Its tail is not down, its ears are not back, and when it reaches its desired distance in front of you, which is around between 15 and 20 feet, it just lays down, just kind of on its side with its head looking to you as if it could not be bothered with whatever is about to happen to be on its feet. And then it opens its mouth and just closes its eyes and yawns. But, Emannuel, you understand. Storm on the mountain, eh? So it
I
was
look at him and
you.
I nod. I look at him and I nod.
I was told that a two-legger had helped our pack. The clan owes you a favor. I am blood on the snow. What is your wish?
I'm trying to save this forest. There's something back there that's very evil. We'd like to stop it. And if you will allow us to pass, we won't fight any wolves, we won't harm anyone, but we'll make this a safe place for everyone who lives here, who's supposed to be here, including your entire clan.
It raises its head and gets up onto its paws, and Emmanuel, you think more for the sake of posturing and for the benefit of his audience. Blood on the Snow responds, "The clan does not need your help. But it is a worthy cause you serve. What is it you seek in our lands?"
There's a friend of ours who disappeared not too long ago. And again, I'm trying to whisper, but I know I'm making a scene kind of thing. It's got to be odd as hell. Said, there's a friend of ours. Don't know if you've met him. Named Gundren. He's been lost for a bit. And we need to find him. We're told he's somewhere back here.
He speaks with you for a moment, gathering the...
I take the...
Yeah. He gets a little of the story of what you are, where you're from, who Gundren is, what he looks like. And is there anything that you don't reveal to him?
No, I tell him the truth. I can tell I know he'd know I was lying. I'm honest with him.
When you get to the point about coming out here and looking for Radoth, he gets you to describe the man as he has been explained to you. He says, and that you're seeking the quiet part of the forest, and he says, "Yes. I don't know where your friend is, but all wolves know where the one-eyed one dwells. We avoid him."
I generally describe a Nothic to him, and I say, does he look like that?
He does not. That sounds disgusting.
Agreed.
Radoth only has one eye.
Okay. So then I say, with your permission, could we carry on with our journey?
He calls out, which the rest of you perceive as a bark, and another wolf arrives, just slinking up, ears low, tail tucked. Blood on the Snow introduces this one as Ripple on the Pond, and Ripple on the Pond will take you to Radoth, if you are able to follow him.
Mm-hmm. Is this going to be a thing where we have to like deal with the cart or something?
If you wish to bring the cart along, it will be slower going, but Ripple on the Pond can match your pace.
Then the cart is my plan anyway.
Okay, and he'll try and take you on two-leg paths and not ones that he himself would use.
I have to say, I love those wolf names.
Right,
Like,
it's pretty
genuinely,
cool.
that is beautiful.
It's pretty cool. I like it. All right.
All the while, it is he can play it off to the best of his ability, but this is a 5-minute conversation with a wolf.
Right. So basically, I come back and I sit down in the cart, kind of knowing I've exposed myself. I'm gonna pretend it didn't happen, and I'm just gonna be as cool about it as possible.
So you're gonna pretend it didn't happen?
Uh-huh.
Listen, we've all got our secrets. I'd really appreciate it if you didn't tell anyone what you just saw.
Don't tell anybody.
I-
You should probably tell us.
I don't-
Because, you know, we're kind of...
Yeah, I don't think anybody will believe us. Sorry, Tyria.
point.
I don't like to talk about it. I really don't.
Is it all animals or?
So far, haven't found one it doesn't work on yet.
That would have been very useful. Anyway, okay, so could you do it the whole time? Is it like somewhere where you learned it? Like what?
I don't want to talk about it, honestly.
Is it like my?
Why not? It's so cool. Yeah, it's just full on, just like, what do you mean you don't? From a scientific perspective, though.
Well,
The
if
fuck?
you want to get scientific, it's
Hold on.
biological. Everyone in my family can do it, and that's really all you need to know about it.
Can we take a moment and appreciate, from a scientific perspective, though, the fuck?
I won't be using that now, thank you.
That caught me off guard there. You guys, continuing this line of ineffective questioning against an unwilling conversational partner, you make your way deeper into the woods, following the wagging and occasionally disappearing tail of this wolf. And thanks to the course of the conversation and the very distractible presence of Nia,
Sorry.
it dawns upon you all at once that the cows are not moving, the wolf is nowhere to be seen, and the forest around you is still and silent. Not even leaves are rustling. The grass is still.
We made it! Yay!
I'm sure we can all feel like, excuse me, the hairs on the back of our necks standing up, and I can look around and say, well, I'm pretty sure we're here. I look to our wolf friend Ripple on the pond.
He is
kinda
seemingly
look back
beneath
like-
your notice. He has run off.
Well,
Sounds about right.
that is about as telling as it can be. And I look back to the cows.
He's here.
They seem fidgety.
And I look back to the crowd before I talk to them. And I look to the cows again and I say, how close are we?
To full report, sir, there's something pretty big coming.
All right.
That's-
Is there anywhere we could basically kind of hide the cows on the cart in any kind of bush that's good for cover for just a minute?
You can try your best, yeah.
Roll for perception.
Why don't we just grow? If we both have druidcraft, we can just grow some bushes. I just realized. We just be like, hey guys, step away for a sec.
There are limits to cantrips.
No, there are. Yes, I agree. Just a thought. Or make a bush bigger. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
If there was a bush to begin with, we can make it bigger to make sure it's a better cover.
Let's go. Let's do those
I
perception
am
checks
just-
again, everybody.
I am terrified.
Ooh.
Hello, by the way, to Big Fish Will. Thank you for the follow. Hello.
Thank you, friend. Welcome in.
Oh my
Hi.
It's a well.
18 total.
18.
Also, hi, Max.
Oh.
24.
Oh, wow.
Did you say 44?
24.
Okay.
I was like, what dice you
It's
rolling,
like, I
buddy?
need to check your math. If you're capable of a 44, no wonder you've been rolling hot all campaign.
How did I
He was
roll?
holding back.
So was he rolling ones and it adds up to 21?
Something.
Jesus.
Yep.
I don't know.
That's the power of Zentris. 7.
The power of Sam.
Power of Sam. Natural
Alright.
Sam. 7.
I'm
Okay.
not lucky in normal life, so I don't know what.
All right, so 18. What do I see?
As you are casting about, Acorn is correct. Something is approaching, and he was right. It's something quite big. You begin to hear not the snapping of twigs, but the snapping of branches, and the
Oh, shit.
crushing of bushes and small loam as you see a dark shape approaching you. Its form is so unexpectedly large that at first you're not able to make sense of it in the half light coming through the leaves overhead. But soon, it makes sense to you, and it is familiar. That enormous bear that was blocking the Tribor Trail days ago is trundling its way towards you. Not charging, but walking with purpose and unerringly in your direction, just knocking aside anything in its path that isn't a old tree.
Remember the druid bit? I think this is our friend druid that we were... Mistletoe?
Ah!
That's a good idea.
We all hold up our mistletoes.
Nia's trying. Because, like. I just want to point out, this thing's big to y'all. And, like, Nia is 8 inches tall. I'm just saying, she's like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna die now. Cool, bye.
A regular bear would have been terrifying to you.
It's like, ha! Yeah, right.
Say that you're laughing in character, and I look back at you and go, stop it.
The party clutches at these talismans for some manner of mystical protection.
It's an offering.
The bear, old Blinky, stomps its way towards all of you, and once again you see the grisly scratches covering half of its face. A face that is full-on the size of Emmanuel's torso as it trundles towards all of you. And seeming as though it's walking straight towards you, but it's not slowing or stopping, as though you're just in its way and yet to be another thing crushed underfoot as it ignores you and continues on its path. But short of you and the oxen, it does stop and raise its head and look at you all with one enormous eye and your little bits of mistletoe. And it raises up, stands on its hind legs, and towers up, its head pushing into the canopy of the low trees. And then with a thunderous plump, sits on its big butt.
Thank God.
Scratches its belly.
Radolf?
You're right.
As this, in there's no pain, there's no transitional period, there's no hybrid form, but the enormity of this bear shrinks down within the space of a second and a half to the scrawniest, oldest human man you have ever seen, with very tanned, weathered, leathery skin just kind of hanging off of his bones, enormous white beard dragging down, flowing past his loincloth and down to his knees, and seemingly out of nowhere is holding a knobbly staff, and still scratching his belly. Right. That's a bit better. Yes, me. What do you want?
Well, we are friends of TheDNDWannabe's family, and
Oh,
yeah,
yes, Thel.
we came
How are
to-
they?
Well, Fel has unfortunately fallen prey to a rather unfortunate set of circumstances that has befallen the nearby village. His family is safe.
Yes,
But-
we've got them protected at the moment.
Yes, we have them under our protection
Oh,
in the town of Phandalin.
oh,
But
that's better. You were saying, sorry.
yes, his family is under our protection in the town of Phandalin at the current moment, and we are looking to find the people that captured Thel, and we're wondering if, well, we were told that there is somewhere around here where some people might be hiding out, and then we were referred to you by Fell's son, actually. Nars.
Gosh.
Told us to come find you. Remember, really scrawny?
Yeah.
It's the boy. Likes milk. Probably a little too much.
Definitely a little too much.
Oh. Just like his old man, then.
Yeah.
You don't
Right,
have
we
any,
got-
do you?
Did we bring any milk with us?
I have provisions. I have no idea what's in them.
I have some oil. I mean, we could make like an oil vinaigrette.
No.
That's not milk.
No, it's alright.
Tell you what, if I see you in town, I'll buy you a nice glass of it.
You
we
won't
were also-
see me in town.
We were
Fair
told they were looking for a cave of some sort.
I know a lot of caves. What did you have in mind? Dry? Damp? Dank?
One
Our-
particularly dangerous, probably inhabited by thieves,
Goblins in
people with-
particular.
goblins.
One pink, horn lady.
Potentially.
A little, yeah.
I've seen one pink-horned lady.
Oh, where? Tell me.
They call it.
Oh
the,
boy.
they
Tyria, it's okay.
They call it the Echo Cave.
Oh. He reaches up with one foot and scratches behind his ear.
What
As a
the
human.
hell?
Wave Echo Cave. That's what you're looking after, then.
Echo Cave? Or Wave Echo Cave?
Haven't heard of anyone looking for that since the blasted Dwarf Brothers.
Why would they be looking for it?
Speak up, son.
Why would they be looking for it?
Who?
These people that hurt the Thelfinder's family.
I don't know. People like you a lot. I don't know why you do anything.
Fair.
You said that the last people that talked about Wave Echo Cave were the Dwarf Brothers. We're actually looking for one of them. Gundren. He's gone missing.
Which one is he?
He's a bit shorter, darker
yeah.
hair, kind of stoutly.
stockier.
Seen him too.
Recently?
Yes.
Yeah. Today.
What?
Could you please tell us where he was?
I suppose. There's a castle not far from here. He kind of absently gestures in a direction. There's a bunch of goblins and the sorts. Holed up there for a while now. Brought him there a few days ago. Left with him today. They're, thing odd, though. I forget what they call him. The one in charge. He smelled funny. Bought the
Glassstaff.
Staff?
His name Glassstaff. Did he have a nice large staff?
No. It's the hairy one, the big goblin.
Oh,
Oh, right.
Lard?
No. It doesn't sound familiar. Anyway. All your names sound alike to me.
Where did these goblins go? Did they go to the cave?
Yes, actually. They were headed in that direction. Seemed as though they knew where they were going. Interesting. No one goes to Wave Echo Cave anymore. Good thing, too. Not a safe place. Not a safe place anymore.
But please elaborate. Why is it not a safe place?
Oh. I did not see you there.
Oh. Sorry,
Yeah.
you...
Right.
Hush! You just scared me a little bit, so I was just, but yeah. Oh no, now someone else is possessed.
Good lord.
Is it not me this time?
It's not you.
The possession
Um,
spreads.
It travels. The cameras have shifted.
We have changed.
We are all.
change places!
I have Emannuel.
I am Zentris now. Hello, everyone.
Ah!
Right.
I am.
That's what
So Radoth, in his meandering way, and he has to be persuaded to tell you every little thing. He has to be asked directly, and he very rarely offers up anything of his own accord. But through a bit of conversation, as you have presented him with mistletoe, which is a druidic focus and something that he respects, and based on your intimate knowledge of the Dendrar family, or at least passingly so for his standards, he tells you that a group of goblins brought Gundren to Cragmaw Castle, as they call it, a place not that far from here, but some people matching the Redbrands descriptions, in fact, also the description of Lieutenant Plunder in particular, went there yesterday and had been there since, which is odd, because y'all were having an encounter with Lieutenant Plunder at about that time yesterday.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Nonetheless, today, a large group, he suspects probably everyone that was there, left that place, including Gundren. Except there was no sign of Lieutenant Plunder having left. He says that the leader, the largest of the goblins, which you take to be a bugbear based on his description, didn't smell right and it bothered him, but not enough to get himself involved in any way. And he says they had an owlbear with them as they left. And they walked in the direction of the very secret location of Wave Echo Cave. You also learn from him that a group of Redbrands came through the woods today, also heading very probably in the direction of the very secret location of Wave Echo Cave, where no one is supposed to know where to go to. And after a obscene amount of time, you wasted probably a good 25 minutes on this question alone, trying to get him to tell you why Wave Echo Cave might be interesting. But it seems that in bygone years, before Radoth's time even, that Phandalin was the site of a treaty between dwarves, gnomes, and humans here in the Sword Mountains. Pardon me. That treaty was one of cooperation and one to work a very special space. It seems that there is a cave, not that far away, that had unique magical properties. It sat on a couple of arcane ley lines and housed great potential for great magical items to be created. This place was Wave Echo Cave, and some fantastic things were forged there. Things that would later go on to have renown across the Sword Coast and the land at large. But orc raids years ago, the same ones that felled the Tresendar Manor and basically wiped this place off the map, not only claimed the lives of people in Phandalin and Coneyberry and other nearby spaces, but took its toll on the Forge, on Wave Echo Cave, and its location was lost to history. Since then, it has been a place where lots of unsavory things have managed to hide and hold themselves away, and that seems to be much to Radoth's liking. He likes unsavory things being out of the way and whatnot. So he doesn't recommend that you go there, necessarily. But that if you do decide to go there prepared, not only to meet a not small number of goblins and the remnants of the Redbrands, but the cave's occupants, which he would describe as, in uncertain terms, you take to be undead flesh-eating things.
Love those.
Okay.
And his mind wanders as he's talking to you. He mentions some orc activity off to the east that's been bothering him, and how he was checking on the Dindrars, but would really rather be back home near Thunder Tree, because he's got a dragon problem up there that he really wants to deal with.
Oh. What about dungeons?
Huh? What about
What about
dungeons?
dungeons?
Oh, he's fresh out of dungeons, I'm afraid.
Nice.
Ooh, thank you. I see it.
Appreciate that. Appreciate the sounds. Okay.
And this is by the time you have gotten out here, handled the things in town, and gotten this much information off of an old shapeshifter who would really rather not be talking to any of you. It is quite clear. Continuously yawning and dropping very unsubtle hints that, like, he really would rather be doing something else with his time. The sun is beginning to set. You can tell as the light inside the forest is changing from golden and green to reds and browns.
So, are we camping here?
Are we close enough to see the castle? Because that's where we need to be.
We're not going towards the castle. We're going to Wave Echo Cave.
Oh, sorry, got it backwards.
Yeah, he said if you wanted to go see the castle, it's probably empty now. But if you,
I wonder why.
yeah, if you were looking for the people who were in the castle, they're probably not there.
Okay.
How
So
far
towards
away is
the cave?
from us?
Okay, yeah. So which way is the cave? That's really all we need to know at this point.
Okay. But if you can't be persuaded out of it, I'll tell you where to go. And he takes his stick and starts pushing leaves away and starts drawing out a map on the meadow floor for you. It is surprisingly not that far away. It is at the base of one of the mountains past the foothills, kind of northeast, I believe, of Phandalin. Let me see if I got that right.
Okay, so it seems not too far. Do we wanna, rest up and go in the morning, or are we good? Zentris, you're not looking too hot. You alright?
Oh, I'm all good.
I think if we are going to take on an entire cave full of Redbrands, goblins, an owlbear, a bugbear, and glass staff, and then on top of that flesh-eating undead, I think we need to be going at the top of our game.
Oh, absolutely. I just like to get a bit closer and away from this forest before we go to sleep.
And I might finish some new things.
So, from my understanding, we are closer to the mountain that we need to be going in when we're in Phandalin? It's on our way? Or am I wrong?
Are you asking Rob?
Rob, anyone?
Yeah, because I don't know.
The question was, do we need to go back to town to go to Wave Echo Cave?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. That would be a wasted trip.
If you have made it out to the, let's see, on the, you're actually still logged into Roll20. If you look on the map that I have you on, you see Phandalin, you see Icespire Peak.
Yep.
Somewhere in the middle is Wave Echo Cave.
Okay,
Got it.
that's not far.
It's not far.
As a group here, out of character, I propose we get... Can you see my Roll20, you guys?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm proposing we get somewhere around this area, make a good, quiet camp, or maybe the edge of the forest or something, but we need to hide, then we rest, then we fight. That's what I say.
Okay.
I would agree.
Sounds good to me.
So that's
I
our
also
plan.
don't know how far
Hide,
these
we
episodes are.
rest, and then we storm the Wave Echo Cave.
Get a good shot.
Yay!
Fire bombs, oil, and our wits.
Give me
that
the
reminds
scroll.
And the scroll.
You say, scroll.
I take out the scroll and I say, Nia, use this very carefully and don't you dare use it if any of us are in its radius, okay?
I chime in. I go,
Nia gently extends her hands, and you can see the excitement.
I will place it in her hands with a very meaningful look.
Don't worry, Captain. I will. And then she unfolds it by accident, and her eyes just go, no. Don't you? Let's go rest. And she just flies off. For anybody who doesn't know, that's Fireball, by the way, people.
Fireball.
Radot
So
watches Nia
I'm
flying
probably-
off in the wrong direction and just kind of,
Nia.
Yeah?
Are we going in the wrong direction?
Oh, sorry.
He leans forward, farther than you think. You know, he's like, for an old man, dude's flexible. Even though he's pretty shrimpy, leans forward and his beard kind of drifts and sweeps the floor as he leans forward towards Zentris and says, "By the way, when that thing decides to stop hiding, you will get it out of my forest, won't you?"
I will.
Good. It's disgusting.
We'll make sure we clear it out for you. Make sure to keep it peace.
Good. And just right. I'm off then. Oh, and thanks. I suppose to the Dendras. I can make it back now. And as he
Thanks for that
shrugs
comment, by the
and leans forward, his hand shifts into a large paw, and again, in less than 2 seconds, he is once again the enormously scarred monster of a bear, trundling around your cart and heading north.
Thank you for not killing us like a couple days ago. It was really important to me.
It
I look
kind of
back at the
tosses
crowd.
its head as it walks away.
I look back at my group and I go, I am so glad we didn't fight that.
Yeah, we would have been.
I don't want to think about it. Anyway,
Anyway, yeah.
I feel like I would have been someone else very quickly.
yes, I did someone else.
All right, let's camp. Let's go.
Right.
What's this mountain?
I mean, give it the old honk shoe.
On
Alright.
the way, Rob, while we're like wandering through the forest, could I find any herbs for potions or stuff while we're tramping through?
Sure, are you gonna, like, I mean, if you're just looking for things you're walking over, are you, like, wandering off from the cart a little and having to look around?
Yeah, just kind of just like run around like 30 feet around the cart in different directions, trying to sticking
a
close,
look-see.
but
Okay.
just
It may... Some things that you might want might be, you know, underneath rotting logs, or in a cool place, or next to water, and, you know, these are all, like, different things that are not necessarily immediately next to the cart. Make yourself a herbalism check. You're proficient in it, so it should be the same as your perception. Proficiency, wisdom, and a d20 roll.
okay. 15.
15. All right. Right next to the cart, you do not see any. However, as it's getting later and you're nearing where you would think would be the campsite, you see a little ways off a spot that's ideal for, you know, you don't know that there are going to be herbs there, but you see a spot where you're hopeful that there might be some. And you wander over, and true enough, inside of this rotting log are some mushrooms that have excited your attention to stock up on for your herbalism kit. And you get out your little tools and begin to harvest them, beginning to resupply a little bit.
Man, Zentris sounds like a real fun guy.
Hey, roll that check for me again, if you would, Zentris.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is 21?
How much?
21?
21. I hear you a lot better when you're facing the mic.
Oh,
Um,
good.
That's
You're
how
good.
this usually works.
This new setup has got me all thrown all over the
Just say
place.
it seems a little different.
As you are harvesting, you hear someone coming up behind you, and you believe that it's one of your friends initially, but the sound of raspy breathing alerts you that it's probably not.
Not friend. Not friend.
And you turn around in time to see the Nothic is slipping through the woods after you.
Nope.
It is low to the ground. It's actually crawling with its belly on the ground of the forest, just clawing its way forward. And you see that it has a backpack. It must have gotten from the Redbrand hideout on, and there's a few things sticking
Where
out
is
from
my
it.
duck, you bastard?
Traffic with a backpack.
But it is scrabbling towards you at a alarmingly quick pace for how quiet it is trying to be. And its big eye is fixed right on you from the floor of the forest.
That's horrifying.
So I will look, and how far is the cart and everyone else away from me?
You look up, and you didn't feel like you had gone that far, but as you were harvesting, it had continued moving. So you hear it. It can't be that far away, but you don't see it.
Okay. So I say, I look at the Nothic and go, good. I'm finally glad I get to meet you again.
Oh, God.
I have a passive perception of 13. Is that enough to notice this weirdness?
Same, 15.
Not
Please tell
at
me.
this time.
Ah.
You guys aren't that far off. You're really only 80 feet. You've just there's some forest that has put itself between the two of you. But you say that, and you hear in your head, Zentris, give it back! As it springs up from all fours in your direction. And let's all roll initiative, please.
Yeah, I'd love to. I would love to cast Vow of Enmity on something for once. I rolled so bad.
Dirty 20, bitch!
Yo!
Okay.
Nice, babe!
I have 16.
20 for Nia, who said 16?
Me.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't have an initiative, do I?
Say what?
I don't have an inspiration, do I?
You do.
Thank the gods. I rolled a natural 1.
Oof.
Oh, damn.
Come on, Sam. Do the thing.
Okay, that's better. 17.
17, alright. Tyria. An 8 for Tyria.
Yep.
Alright. Until you guys are aware that there is a fight happening, I will be skipping down to the people who are currently engaged. And that is an 11 for the Nothic, so Zentris, you are going to get to go first.
Okay. So, seeing this Nothic and feeling all the pent-up, just the pent-up rage and anger that's inside of him, and he is just going to be immediately overwhelmed and is gonna be activating his necrotic shroud.
Is that all?
He can do that? Oh, shit.
So
You have had a long rest since you last used that?
Yep, we've had several.
Yeah, okay.
We're good.
So suddenly, my body Zentris' body will start glowing dark energy, and
Oh my gosh.
spiritual raven wings erupt from his back. I've had enough of you, and will swing at him with my radiant blast.
Wonderful.
Wanna
Make
roll
some
for perception?
swings.
Oh, also, actually, first he needs to do a charisma saving throw. D8 plus my proficiency bonus. So, not great. He needs to make a DC 11 charisma saving throw.
Okay. He will fail that.
Okay. So he is feared, and let me go back to it. He becomes frightened until the end of my next turn, or until the transformation ends. Once during each of my turns, I can deal extra necrotic damage to one target, dealing the damage to blah blah blah. Yeah, so extra necrotic damage.
Yep. Got it.
Christ.
Okay, so roll for his attack.
Can I roll for perception to notice the giant glowing white wings?
Nope. Let's have Zentris take his turn, and we'll come to y'all when it is y'all's time.
So
Understood.
First one's
Yeah.
probably a miss.
How much?
13.
13 does miss. Well, you hit, but it doesn't seem to care.
Okay.
It just bounces off of those spines on its back.
Then I will try.
Aw.
Gee.
Okay, that's better. 17.
17 will hit.
Okay. So 1d4 plus 3 plus. So 9 points.
9? Alrighty.
Fuck yeah. Fuck him up.
And I can't fly with this. Yeah, flightless. So I will just like hover down to the ground and just take like 20 feet back from it and go, are you really going to continue this fight? You know you.
So you're leaving its range, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to get an op attack on you, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, it's going to make it at disadvantage because it's scared of you. Whoop. Ah. That fell out of my tray. Let me empty my tray so I can roll in it more effectively. Let's see. The lower number there is going to be a 14.
Nope, that is not.
All right. So it lashes out towards you. You fly a little ways off, and you ask if it wants to continue the fight. It opens its mouth, and its teeth are chattering. Its lipless teeth are clicking on one another in frustration because it knows it's not going to get to move towards you this turn. Good turn. You have wounded it. Anything else for you?
That is it.
All right. When you make these, radiant bolts, is this a silent affair? Do you shout like karate matches I see in karate matches on the internet?
No, it's more of just, ooh, hold up. Sorry, I just got a pin in my foot.
Ow.
Ouch.
Oof.
Happens more often than you realize.
Ow.
I'm gonna walk around your house with shoes on.
Right idea. But no, they're more of just energy blasts. Just quiet energy blasts that erupt from my fist whenever I just hit.
Okay. And you do not accompany them with any sound yourself.
No.
Okay.
Are you okay? I think he was asking if you were alerting everybody else.
I was.
No. Yeah. No alerting anyone. Just keeping quiet myself.
Okay.
But may I generally assume that the splash of dark energy type deal has kind of alerted us in the first place?
When it's in your rear view, I'm going to say probably not. At least not yet.
Okay.
We will, you guys...
No, not yet. It's not my turn. I understand.
That is extremely correct. It is, however...
It's a showdown.
The Nothic's turn. It cannot move towards you at all. What it can do is it reaches its hand back into the backpack and pulls out something. It looks like... it looks to be about the size of a short sword, but it's not. It looks broken. Maybe it was supposed to be longer at one point, but it's basically half a sword. And as it does, it fixes you in its gaze with that big eye and makes eye contact with you, grinding its sharpened teeth together as it does. I need you to make a charisma saving throw. And so it is clear, I am marking off my DM's accomplice. This Nothic has a cooler rotting gaze than most do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Part of the cards. Part of the cards. Oh.
It's time to duel.
Nope.
He's having a stroke.
What did you roll? What did you roll?
At 7.
That's 7.
No!
Ouch.
Alright. You
Stop together.
are going to take some necrotic damage. Good news, you're resistant to necrotic damage.
Hey.
You are going to take 9 points of necrotic damage. I've already halved it for you.
Okay.
And it dives behind a tree trunk to give itself some protection from these blasts that you seem to be able to throw at it at range. And it is Emmanuel's turn. Emmanuel, Zentris is not with you. He seemed to wander off. He said he was going to go gather some mushrooms or whatnot. You thought he was going to be a little closer than he is, and he's kind of gone a little bit out of sight. And it's nearly time to be making camp. Would you like to make a perception check to see if you can spy him out there?
I'm very sorry, Rob. I think I rolled a nat 20 and Levi rolled a 16, but I could be wrong.
Yes. We moved down the initiative order to catch Zentris, who was actually involved in the...
Oh, gotcha. So you
Emmanuel
didn't start at the...
Yeah.
My bad. I thought I was going the other way, that's why. So please, thank you.
No, it's good.
17 on my perception check.
17 on your perception check. Yeah, as you cast about, you hear some birds flying away from a spot behind you, and you hear a crackle of some undergrowth and whatnot splintering away as a blast of Zentris's rattles off of some Nothic spines a moment ago.
Okay, I don't know if our map is accurate, so I could...
It is not at all. We're not on Roll20.
Oh, okay. All right, do I see Nia and Tyria?
You are all on the cart together, kind of keeping an eye out for a place to make camp for the night.
I look at them very quickly as I'm grabbing my bow and arrow, and I go, something's wrong, and I start running right towards it.
Okay.
And he's off. Oh shit, okay.
For the sake of making it up to Nia for rolling very well on her initiative but not being aware of the issue, if you would all like to move and dash, when we come back to the initiative order, I'll say,
Fine.
Nia, you're 80 feet, you move 30 feet. We're going to wrap it around to the top of the initiative order, and Nia, you have used your movement for the turn, and you see this scene happening before you. They're both combatants are within 30 feet. The Nothic is not clearly visible. It jumped behind some cover from you and the side that Zentris is on. It has 3/4 cover behind this tree.
Okay, shit. Nia realizes that Zentris still has those wings, and, knowing how bad it was last time, looks back to the team in this, fuck. The pure expression on her face, looks back, and, raises her, force ballista, and tries to shoot it at the Nothic, even though it has a pretty good cover. I still want to give it a shot.
Literally. All right.
So let me just roll for this very quickly, huh?
Tiny but mighty.
Tiny and mighty. Let's see how this is gonna go. 16.
16. That would hit a Nothic without cover. As it stands, it jerks its head back, and you take a chunk out of the tree it's hiding behind.
You're not going anywhere! And as my action, I am going to expend a spell slot and actually throw a catapult at it, because the bastard is... we're done. He just needs to go.
Right.
And so that would be 14 dex save.
14 dex save. All right.
So
Cover
Nia
grants
takes out
advantage
a
on
small
dex
mechanism
saves.
and... Oh, fuck.
And it is going to get a 13.
14 is the save.
Okay, so you are going to clip it. Go
Because,
ahead and roll
because
your
of my
damage.
focus.
Yeah, look at that. Magic items coming into play.
So- Fuck yeah. So, Nia takes out a small rounded mechanism from her back pocket, slides it under a huge boulder right next to her, and the mechanism quickly encapsulates the boulder and shoots it upwards directly at the Nothic. And the Nothic is gonna take... Where are my d8s when I need them the most? One moment. Here's one. Here is two. Here is three. Rolling. Okay.
Papa, can I get a ow?
13. 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okie dokie. Splintering some more wood off of the tree. The Nothic tries to pull its head back and apparently barely gets hit by this thing. Has missed only the DC by 1. But you see it... its skin is so partially translucent, you can actually see the blood rushing to the bruise as it forms. And this thing's going to take 13 points of damage.
Nia raises her cannon again and goes, "Where's my duck, you bastard?" And that's my turn. Thank you.
It turns and, kind of investigates you for a second, and you hear in your mind,
The magic was good. The noise was bad.
No.
To break it.
Oh no, you did not! Oh, Nia's mad now! Where's the fuck's that fireball you said? Zentris, I would step away if I were you.
No.
Zentris!
She mad.
Zentris, it is your turn. The Nothic is 30 feet away and nursing its wound behind a tree.
Okay, first, I reread my ability again. So
Always good.
during each of my turn, I can deal an extra necrotic damage to one target. When I deal damage to oh no, never mind. I was just rereading it again. Never mind.
Okay,
So, I will move closer to it. I would say about 10 feet away,
Okay.
and then swing again.
All right. If you want to try and move around to where it doesn't have, you kind of get an angle on it around the tree, then it'll only have half cover instead of 3/4. Or you can get into melee with it and it will have no cover.
I'll get melee with it. Why not?
Alrighty.
I'm angry. So,
I said step away from it, not towards it, but sure.
these ones are hard to see. So that's 13. Or sorry, not 13. 16.
16. 16 will hit since it has no cover.
Okay, and then 1d4. Oh, okay. So 7. That's 8 points of damage.
8 points. Radiant damage. Got it. I know you attack more than once.
Nope, sorry. Actually, that's necrotic damage.
Okay.
So it's probably half.
Thank you.
And then I will swing again.
Yeah, do it.
Bro, fight power.
There we go. Then dirty 20.
Yep, that'll
Nice.
absolutely do it.
And so 5 points of damage.
5 points. Ooh, y'all are taking this thing down.
We are done with it.
All right. With one flap of those big black wings, you cover the distance and come in swinging. punch this thing right in its eyeball, and while its eyes are closed, its eye is closed, you come in and sucker punch it in the rib. Your hands glowing with each strike.
I will do. Oh, sorry.
It kind of blindly for a moment as it's seeing stars, you imagine, kind of bites in your general direction, but it's not close to you.
I will move back another 10 feet and then look back to Nia and everyone else and be like, you guys take care of it. And then my transformation will go.
Is he still alive?
Good. I'm still cute. I'm there. I'm standing, but my transformation's gone.
All right. That will be the Nothic's turn. The Nothic is going to take that half of a sword it has in its hand, and it's going to slash at you a couple of times. That is going to be a 14 to hit initially.
Miss.
The other one's a natural 20.
Oh, that's...
Oof.
Damn.
How much damage is that?
We're about to find out.
Fuck.
Down, Zentris' chest starts flaring. I can feel the hit from last time, and I'm like, oh no, here he comes.
As this thing brings the blade toward you, you see, almost as part of the swing, as it kind of follows the arc, a line of runes appear on the blade, just for an instant, as the blade arcs towards you. And you are going to take 10 points of slashing damage.
Jesus Christ!
That's a lot. Not as lot as I thought it was gonna be, though.
So bad.
Oh damn! Really glad we got some potions, guys.
Yeah. We were just about to take a long rest. Now we definitely need one.
We're not gonna use a potion.
No, keep that.
It circles around you to put you in between it and your friends. And it is Emmanuel's turn.
Hunter's mark.
Hunter's mark.
Nice.
Boing. 1d6 is 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's my spell.
So you should apply that as a bonus action, and then when you hit him, he should take some more damage.
Okay. Then I'm going to roll to attack.
Yes, please do.
There's a 19, sir.
Yes, that hits. You thread the needle above Zentris' shoulder to catch this thing in its shoulder as it is trying to leap up at him with the sword.
And the damage for a longbow is going to be plus 2, of course.
D8 plus 2 plus your D6 for Hunter's Mark? Or is it D4 for Hunter's Mark?
I don't know. I've actually never cast Hunter's Mark before.
So you get a d6, an extra d6 whenever you hit. You don't do damage when you cast it. You do an extra d6 every time you hit with it.
Right.
Okay.
Good. So a D8 plus a D6 plus your Dex mod, which is 2.
I'll just roll a d6 manually after I roll the thing. I do the attack button in here.
Okay.
Right. That is... Ooh, a 6 right there. Here's the d6.
Okay.
Plus 5.
Ooh.
I want his eyeball right in the center. That's where I'm going.
Well, you're going to get that because he's out of hit points.
Oh!
He's not tough. That's why he was waiting until Zentris stepped off on his own.
Well
done.
bastard.
So, you knock that arrow, you pull it back, you cast Hunter's Mark for the second time in your life, but the first time you're actually getting any damage off of it. The first time Levi has cast it, but we had it cast for him the week you were gone. So you warmed it up, and in your vision, as you kind of close one eye to line up your shot, you see this kind of green halo around the Nothic. You're not sure, you kind of open one eye to see if it's actually there. You close one eye, and you think it's just your perception of the magic, and you draw it back. You even see where his feet have trampled and pressed down the grass. You have, like, Witcher vision. Have you played those games where you kind of see the trail of things? And smug with that, you permit yourself a little smirk as you let the arrow fly. And you take this thing right in the pupil. Its head rocks back. You hear a crackling gurgle in its throat. and it continues and just falls flat onto its back, its spines bending in unnatural ways as it begins to writhe and twitch on the ground amongst you all.
Are we out of initiative?
Sorry, Tyria. Yeah, we're out of initiative.
Sorry,
Handle
Tyria.
that quickly.
This happens like not every time,
time.
but if I don't roll above a 15, this happens guaranteed. I don't get a turn.
The good news is you are going to a place where you will definitely get a turn.
I have a feeling,
Especially with
damage.
plunder.
So it drops and whatnot. I look at Zentris and I say, "Are you alright?"
Yeah, Nia also flies up to Zentris. Yeah, dude, you good?
I'm fine. I will cast Healing Hands on myself and try to regain some hit points.
All right.
Okay.
Do that.
Great. He's good. And seeing that Zentris is fine and everyone are fine, Nia flies directly to the backpack and starts rummaging around trying to find the duck.
All right.
Purple left hand.
You rummage around and you find a few things. The first thing that you find, you don't even have to look in the backpack for, is that broken sword that the Nothic was holding.
No, and she literally like swings it away, just like
you do that. We know you do that in character, but let me tell you about the loot.
Oh yes,
Tell us the loot.
So this thing, the cross hilt of this sword is fashioned to look like the spread wings of a bird of prey, and at the pommel of the weapon is something that looks like a hawk's talon with 3 prongs, just kind of reaching out, and surprisingly sharp. The handle is inlaid with silver, the blade glints menacingly in the light with a blue sheen, and when it is swung, as you saw the Nothic do, runes in a language some of you may know. Anyone know Gnomish for any reason?
Maybe. I chose a weird-ass language, so...
I chose Dwarvish, so...
Okay. A language that none of you innately understand appear along the blade. For our purposes, it is a magical short sword, but
Nice.
it is clearly meant to be a long sword if it were to be repaired. So there is that. Anyone?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Y'all will do this over a rest at some point, but we'll go ahead and get it out of the way for the purposes now. Anyone looking at that can make a history check to see if they know a little bit about it.
Sure.
As we move on, you reach into the backpack and you find 2 halves. It also appears to be broken, of a arrow. The arrow is, as I said, broken. The entire thing is metal, but an incredibly light metal, working with, not that you care about it in this moment as you salvage around for your tinkered duck, but Nia would recognize Mithril when she sees it.
Ooh. Yeah, when she's more focused, she'll definitely notice that.
You find that and cast it aside. Also in here is a dagger. It has a crooked blade and a straight handle with a single flamberged edge on one side. You would not want to be cut with this thing.
Very interesting.
It is not of a design, when you're looking at this later, Nia, of anything that you have seen around here. It's not recognizably dwarven, it's not recognizably elven, and it is a little bit intriguing in that way. You're not quite sure where this thing is from. All that you do know, as you are toying with it, is that it makes a little noise. At first you don't notice it, but you hold it up to your ear, and there is it's not like very loud, like it's almost as if it were a whisper, but it almost seems to be like a shriek, but the quietest shriek you have ever heard. It has to be very close to your ear.
Nia just goes, nope.
And the final thing that you find is 2 halves of a broken tinkered duck.
I'm sorry.
Nia hold it in her hands and just slumps on the ground for a second.
Nia.
I'm sorry, Nia. Can you fix it?
I step in and I say, of course she can. There's only two things in the world that she can't fix. Broken heart and the crack of dawn, isn't that right?
I could try and, like, weld it back together for you.
Nia quickly wipes a tear away and is like, no, you're right. I can fix it. Thanks, guys. I just need a minute. We're all okay, right?
Absolutely.
Take your
Don't
time.
wander off too far.
Looking around, other than the disgusting body of a dead Nothic, this place where you were harvesting those mushrooms is not a bad place to set up camp for the night, Zentris.
Well, everyone, we can set up camp here. I will take care of this. And why don't you guys make a nice comfy spot?
You
Sounds
dispose
good
of
to
the
me.
Nothic, and I will start cleaning up the miscellaneous magic items. Zentris,
Yeah.
next time something comes for vengeance, don't be an idiot and not tell us about it. We're your friends, and we're here to help you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I just care about you, okay?
Thank you.
And I'll start waddling away with my magic.
Tyrion's just happy with the loot.
Here's the thing. She can't use any of it, so she's just moving it.
I'm assuming. So I have a moment I wanted to hear. I'm assuming Nia's going to start like looking at her duck and working on it.
Yeah, she's just trying to fix it slowly.
I'll be dragging the body.
I come and sit up next to her, and I say, "That is a fantastic duck. Why don't you tell me all about it?" I can tell she's grieving, and I want to help her process through it.
First of all, thank you. Like, that is just she starts to like slowly take it apart, see which parts of it are broken, and like sees the engine. There's different, like, it's very intricate and very small mechanism, and it's clear that some of the parts were literally cut by hand with like a small knife that was just carved out to make it functional. And then she just goes, I see you trying. Thanks. I promise I'll be back to it in just a minute. It's the first thing I've ever built.
I know, and it's special, and it's different, and it's difficult to get past things like this. But let me tell you, piece of advice. There's thing I've heard in the dwarvish culture. Is sometimes, not every time, if something is cracked or broken, they would repair it with different things, of course, you know, as one would do as a tinkerer. And sometimes they would inlay it with silver or gold, and they felt it was more valuable because of the wear and tear that it had. So don't think of it as gone. Think of it as a chance to remember it as something even better. And I gently pat her head, and I stand up, and I go back towards the fireplace.
I do appreciate it. It's just that it's been broken before and not the best circumstance. So it kind of brought a lot back, but I'm on it. I've fixed myself before, I'll fix this before, I'll fix it again.
Absolutely. You got this.
I didn't
Thanks.
really want to interrupt the moment. Something different is happening with your mic, Levi.
Oh,
don't know
Yeah,
what's going
something weird, yeah. But thank you.
on.
How much of it came through, I hope?
No, it all came through. It's just there's also a lot of other noise when the mic's active. But
Okay, hold on.
y'all have this sweet exchange. Zentris and Tyria are tending to the fire and setting up the camp, not without occasional glances to check on one another and the both of you. The cart is brought in to the growing firelight as the rest of the wood darkens around you. Zentris, would you roll a d20 for me?
Oh no.
Oh boy. Oh shit.
Funny or a bad D?
Here comes the consequence.
Do I ever ask you to roll a good
Consequence.
d20?
9.
A 9?
Fuck.
It becomes your duty, as you volunteered, to move this Nothic away and outside of the realm of the firelight, so the smell, or not that you can imagine anything being excited to eat this thing, but so no predators come and bother you guys in the camp. So it falls to you to wander a little way from the camp once again, not learning from our previous mistake, apparently.
Mm-mm.
And as you are putting this thing behind you for the last time, excited never to have to look at it again, you hear in your mind a laugh. And you look back just to assure yourself that it's dead and not moving, and it is dead and it's not moving. Then your hand goes up to your lips. You were laughing.
That's weird.
Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. 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 Nope.
Possibly come from this.
That's weird.
Please tell us about it when you're back, please. You learned from your mistakes, right? We all learned, please.
Do you know what this is I've got right here? This is a bucket of nope.
Bucket loads of nope. Just nope.
This is a giant bucket of nope.
And with that unbidden laugh leaving your lips, that is where we will end the session for tonight.
Rob, have I ever mentioned that I hate you?
I get that impression, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff, people. Good stuff.
I will give you good news, though. You're all level 4 going into the big fight!
Yes!
Yeah.
This
That
means
means
a feat.
Second level spell slots.
Second level spell slots, a feat, an ability score increase.
That dungeon doesn't seem so scary anymore.
I am going to be jumping in a car to drive to jump on a plane, but over the weekend before the next session, I will tell you guys a little bit more. You guys can investigate the items around the firelight tonight or in the following morning. You all will be benefiting from a long rest, so you guys are going to be queued and ready to go into Wave Echo Cave next time, and we will be starting the game with Roll20 and that map. And it is going to be decorated with everything from this adventure we haven't yet dealt with. It's going to be
Yay!
Tyria, we're going to get you those turns in combat.
We
I
are.
get to take a turn.
Listen, can we just use inspiration on her initiative so she gets the first hit?
Please. We're all just gonna give Rose our
My
initiatives.
vow of
Remember-
enmity, I've had it since first level, and I haven't been able to use it a singular time.
Guidance does not work on anything in combat, but it works on initiative. So if you're looking for a way to use guidance next time,
I will.
Get up there.
The existential nerd actually refilled everybody's all across
that's
the board.
that is one of the things that using the restream service makes it difficult to see. Thank you, Eric. Did you do guidance as well, or just inspiration? Everything filled, he says. So I'm gonna trust that.
All of it.
That means my
Yeah.
DM's accomplice is back, doesn't it?
Hold up.
Boop. Wonderful. Okay.
Maybe not that, but okay.
Thank everybody who watched this live on YouTube and Twitch. We are streaming live on YouTube now, so I hope that somebody enjoys it there. It will make its way into the playlist with the others later on. Thank you very much to anyone who contributed to the stream with channel points or new follows. Thank you especially to Overnumerousness, who bought those 10 community subs earlier on in the stream and beat our goal for the Shield Maiden. A new goal will be here with a new prize for next Tuesday, and you guys will have that Shield Maiden subclass in the Discord sometime. If not this weekend when I'm hanging out with Sam and Sophie, then immediately after this weekend when I'm done hanging out with Sam and Sophie. Any announcements or reminders for anyone, you guys? Isn't there something
actually-
happening tomorrow for D20 Tales?
Yes, there actually is something happening. Our new episode of Plane Striders is coming out.
Plane
Rose, you put it
Striders.
so you put the description for our show so eloquently. Would you please do so again?
Plane Striders is a space pirate adventure, a cross of Robin Hood with Firefly and Treasure Planet. Taking all of those vibes and energy and excitement, paired with Katya and me and several other wonderful people, all fucking bouncing around in a small studio. It's a great time. It's funny. It's a little sad at times. I think you'll really enjoy it.
All right.
Get some Katya play another artificer.
I'm gonna
Yes.
throw a link to D20
In
Tales.
space.
D20 Tales YouTube should be linked there in our Twitch chat. Rifle Stud correctly reminds us that soon there will be a Spelljammer game on Wednesdays when What Lurks in the Dark is done. Do you have a date for that now, my man? Is there a date? I know they keep delaying things by having technical difficulties on Wednesdays. I will stall for a few more seconds to see if you can tell me in there. Reminders for
February
the rest
1st.
February 1st. Oh, that's close.
Nice.
Ooh, new Spelljammer game
Coming
on
up.
Wednesdays coming up, run by our traditional Wednesday night Dungeon Master, Rifle Stud, Rob the Man. Flying solo without me this time, and I am very excited to see him soar. And it will be in the Spelljammer setting, which if you have not played in the Spelljammer setting for D&D, neither have I. So I'm also excited to see what all they're getting up to in
Spelljammer is
there.
so fun. Like, you guys are gonna have a blast.
Thank you guys again so very much for watching. There will be no streams this weekend, so we will see you back on Tuesday for more The Edge of Knowledge and the Mythic Odysseys of Theros with DM Dan. In case you do not hear it anywhere else this week, we love you guys. I'll find you a raid in a minute. Stay tuned. See you next time!